Like you're not gonna call me because someone was like, it wasn't like I was told like a day, like 2 days ahead. It was like literally the same. It was like that morning. Oh, stop everything you're doing, come and work.
Right. Well, yeah, no, I can understand.
I'm not doing that. So I woke
Well,
up like
did you already have something planned out for the day? I
I
mean, you said
did. I did
yeah,
have some plan for
okay.
the
I mean, listen. I agree to that. When you already have something, if you wasn't doing shit, then you would have went, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Of
Lies.
course.
Caps.
But I wasn't. What's up? Huh? What about it?
Yo, what's up, Zach? Anyway, Vitaly,
but
tell us
Okay, take it
what the
out.
main topic was, man.
Take them both out.
it's about basically it's like this. Are you gonna give up a career for money, or are you gonna give up happiness? No. Are you gonna give up happiness for a career, or vice versa?
So what you're saying is,
Hmm.
am I gonna give up my good paying job to be happy,
Yeah.
or be happy and work a minimum wage job?
Well,
Well,
not. Well, listen. You could be happy and do what you do, and you can make money, but it
Okay,
also
a
could
lower
be.
paying job. What you're saying? A lower paying job.
Well, let's just say in general, because not all people that are happy. Now here's the thing. Now people can be happy and work a job that makes them happy, but they don't get paid as much. But also people that out there that are happy, but yet they make good amount of money. So I get
but
what you're saying
but
because
you got
usually the argument.
I'm
but
saying. Where are we drawing the line? That's all I'm saying.
yeah, we
Well,
need to
let's
know.
just say in general. Let's say in general. You know what I mean? Let's say in general. But
But what
Time
does
if
that
that,
even
well,
if,
better
if
mean?
yet.
that's if that, that's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
Like, because
Let me.
if
All
that's
right.
the
Let me.
case,
All right.
then I
Matter of
can just
fact,
end this right now
let
and be
me.
like, I
Let
would
me.
rather be happy.
Let me
Facts.
rephrase. All right. Let me add another question. So, in terms of happiness for a career or career over happiness, or even trying to be your own boss rather than working for somebody. Like, let's say you be your own boss,
All right.
but at the same time, you could be an employee for a company and you make good money,
But
and they give you good benefits. But at least, but the thing is, when you're on boss, you're not saying to nobody. When you're an employee, you gotta be on there. You gotta be on that boss's timing, shit like that.
well, the thing is, it's not guaranteed. That's the big issue. That's why people
Yeah,
usually do jobs where they make money, but then they're not happy because it's not guaranteed. Like everybody would want to do a job that makes them happy, you know.
yeah, of
The
course.
Of
the
course,
biggest deal is the biggest deal is
I'd rather be
nobody
happy
wants to
than live in
take
a trailer.
risks. Nobody
That is
wants to
that
Alright,
is
take
but
very
you
risks.
know
true.
what? You want to
That's
know
true.
why? Because they
That
never
is true.
talk about the amount of people that fail. You think everybody who took that risk succeeded? You think
No,
everybody that come on? Probably
Hell
majority of
no,
them
hell
had
no.
their lives messed up royally, like until they
Yeah,
became homeless. So
yeah,
it's like, come on, man.
yeah. That and they don't talk about that.
And
All
they
you
don't
hear is
talk that. No, of
true.
course
Yeah,
not. It's
all,
not
all your
marketable to
dreams,
talk about you
all
being
your
a bum
dreams.
after taking the risk.
Facts.
yeah,
All your dreams, make that business. But just know when you make that business and take out your house mortgage, just know that if you become a bum, that's on you.
Right?
And that man,
yeah.
You was
that
just
man just gave
delusional.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna say.
you're just,
But
oh,
My
you
if
thought
you
thing
you
is
were a
like,
succeed,
business?
oh, he was a prophet. He knew what he was doing. You know.
yeah. Yeah, reason why I asked this question is because I was hanging out with my boy yesterday, and we're towards, the end of the time we're hanging out, got to like, how some of my friends they're actually doing good for themselves. Like this is my boy with the one that took the photography. You saw the photos I showed y'all the other day?
Okay.
And that's his passion. Photography is his passion. He wants to make a business out of it.
Mhm.
And he argues, he'd rather be happy doing something he loves than and try to be an entrepreneur about it than fucking than work for somebody, make good money. But only thing is you're an employee, you know what I mean? Like you gotta work for someone else, and I told him this, like, I get that. But if you're working for someone else, but you're making good money, you got benefits, there's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong
I
with that at
agree.
all.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, like I get
agree.
the whole like why work for someone else when you could work for yourself. I get that. But
And do what you really love doing,
yeah,
but
But
not
do
everybody
you
succeed, bro.
yeah,
exactly?
that
Do
is
you
that
have
is
your own
true.
medical plan? Like,
Yeah,
what benefits do you give out?
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Because
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you this, Vitaly. Imagine this.
Yeah.
Somebody goes, all right, you can win $500,000
Yeah.
if you jump off this roof, but there's a 50% chance you die. You gonna do
Yeah.
that?
No.
No, of course not. You're not gonna do that. But
Yeah.
but the people with like the biggest like safety net, then they're inclined to take those risks because they know,
Yeah.
all right, it's not that bad. If I fail, I can fail, you know. But
Yeah.
if you cannot fail, and you know if I do this and I fail, it's gonna be like major repercussions. You're not gonna be inclined
Yeah.
to do it.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
And my friend questions like he thinks like, am I really gonna be happy? Like when I would start working for him, like he asked me like, are you really gonna be happy about doing working there? I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I can't really answer that till it happens. You know what I mean? I know it's not gonna be an easy job, but the thing is, I know I'm gonna be making money doing it. You know what I mean? And he argues that, listen, that job could let you go for whatever this reason. I agree with that. And I also agree that, money rises, the cost of living is gonna keep increasing. So you gotta be prepared. And it's like, why,
Facts.
why work for someone like that when you could, be your own boss? But that's the same thing. Even when you're on the boss, you still need
You
you
know,
still gotta rely on people. You
Yeah,
gotta make sure
you
people
got you got
you gotta know how business works. That's
not
the
yeah,
first
even you
thing.
gotta know how business works. You gotta have
yeah,
something people want. That's the people who
yeah,
succeed the most. Like look at Amazon. That's a service
yeah,
people didn't know they wanted, but they actually really
yeah.
wanted. Netflix. They didn't want to go to Blockbuster and always rent movies. They could do it in the
No,
comfort of their homes. You know.
yeah. Or they could get it delivered to them.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Because my
Yeah.
dad is my own, like his own boss, but he's struggling. You know.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah. So it's like
yeah,
just because you're your own boss don't mean you're gonna flourish and do well. You know.
yeah, yeah.
It's a
Like,
fact.
and I get the whole happiness thing. You should love what you do, but in some cases, I know, like Wit said, some people that love what they do don't make enough money to get by.
Yeah,
You know what I
because
mean?
there's a
It's
lot
like,
You
of
know how
things I
many?
really wanted to do. Like,
It's a
yeah,
fact.
if we're not
It's a
talking
fact.
about video games, obviously, that's
yeah.
just.
I mean, you can make
Yeah,
money
you
off video
can,
games,
you can.
it's not. It's a journey.
Yeah, it's a
It's not
journey.
easy. You gotta be
Yeah,
nice first and foremost,
yeah.
and you
But
gotta have a good following.
You know
I
how
like
many like
reading, I like writing, I like philosophy, I like
Yeah,
stuff like that. So, are
yeah.
those really careers where you can make a lot of money easily? No.
No, no,
yeah, nah, not at all. But like I
no.
was saying, like
And there's a
even
lot of people that do it, but not everybody is successful.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
even when it comes to like making music, like you know how many
yeah,
producers don't get paid?
yeah.
They
Facts.
don't get paid.
There's a lot of producers out there, but that doesn't mean they're gonna.
That's it,
There's
making
some
product,
producer right
marketing,
now that's
branding.
unknown
Right.
that no one knows about. While there's other producers out there that's already making a,
Yeah.
and there's producers that's there that's already doing their thing. Like, what's the difference? Maybe that person didn't get their shot yet.
Facts.
Thing is,
It's a fact.
I don't want to be like a dream shatterer. You know what I mean?
Nah, me either, man. Me either. But like, you
That
gotta
not
look at it
everybody makes it.
realistically
You gotta
because
pay them bills, boy. You gotta pay them
this
bills.
life is rough as hell, man.
Hold on,
You
like,
can't pay
you
them
guys
bills.
phased out or something?
No, we here, bro. You
Nah,
hear
we're
us?
here.
No, if you're happy, yeah, like if you're happy, but doesn't mean happy is gonna make now. Being wealthy isn't be all end all. It shouldn't matter about how much money you make, but you need to make enough to live and to get the things you want. You know what I mean? And do the things you want.
All right.
Correct?
So I ask you this then. You can hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I hear
All
you. I
right.
hear you.
Does money equal happiness? Yes or no?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah,
What
I
about
believe it
you,
does.
Wits? I think
I
it does
believe it
too.
does. I believe it
Well,
does.
And
all right. Mine's is gonna be more. I don't think it. I think it brings temporary happiness. It
okay.
can allow you to make do. All right. Here's the way I answer. I believe no, it doesn't necessarily,
Mhm.
but it can allow you to be happy. Because when you make enough money, you can do the things you want, and that enables you to do the things you want to do. Like if going on vacations makes you happy, right?
All
You're
right.
gonna want to make money to you want to make enough money to go on vacations wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? If that would and that's okay. That's okay. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It really depends on the kind of person you are.
Uh huh.
Money shouldn't money doesn't guarantee happiness, but it's
Right.
the things you do with that money that can make you happy. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I argue and I made a thing with my friend, I get the whole happiness thing, but we live in a world where you need to make money to survive.
And that's why I don't know if you want to go first, Wits, but
Yeah,
who you want to go first? You want to say
yeah,
your claim?
Oh, so I was gonna say, well, if you like doing things, I mean, off rip, you need money. Like that's
yeah.
just bad.
You need
Get
money
it
no
out the
matter
way. You
what.
need your money. Like if you like
Yeah,
nice things, if you want even want to do anything in this world, you
Yeah.
need
yeah.
money regardless. It
You
don't
need
matter
money
what it be.
regardless.
Like if you
Yeah.
want to flex, if you just want, even if you just want to sit in your house and play video games with them all day, you
Yeah.
You need
still need
money
that
for it.
money to
Yeah.
Yeah.
do that. You know,
Mhm.
like, and the thing is, like for me, I make music for fun because I love making music for fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do I need money for that? Of course,
Yeah.
but I'm not expecting to be like this big time. I mean, I would love to be a big time producer, but like at the same time, it's like, yo,
I'm not gonna wait for that to happen.
exactly. I
Yeah.
gotta make us. I have to actually do something success. I have to have a a base
Yeah,
to
but I
support
get
that.
that
And a lot. That's
then
the
again,
thing that a lot of
Cyberpunk
people
happened.
don't have. A lot of people don't have when it comes to
That's what my friend asked me. Like I told him,
doing
like
stuff like that.
like my friend has a passion with photography. You know what I mean? But thing is, with me, I don't really have a passion. I don't really. I mean, I have things I like, but am I really passionate about certain things that I
Right,
could really make money off of?
right.
And I told him I don't know. And he said, you're afraid. I'm like, yeah, I'm afraid. I don't want to fail, nothing like that. And that's okay. Listen, but also at the same time, like I'm not gonna wait on trying to figure out my passion. I gotta wait on. I can't wait, but I gotta wait. I can wait on finding my passion, but I can't wait on getting my shit together. You know
And
what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
and
fact.
this is
yeah,
why money brings you happiness. Cause I'm
yeah,
telling you, like think about it. Like if you had like millions of dollars, right? You
yeah,
can like say if you didn't really have a family structure, you wanted to build a
yeah,
new one. You can go out and use that time that you would invest to try to get money. Like because it's like if you have more money, you have less time to invest in things you don't want to do. So like you can
yeah,
just go and enjoy yourself. So if you really wanted that family structure, you could go out and find it. If you really wanted a friend group, you can go out and make friends and really take the time
yeah,
to build your social skills. If you wanted to travel, you can do that. If you wanted to
yeah.
do nice things for your family,
And
you have
I
time to
want to
do
say
that.
something. I want to say something after that, but go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it's like you can do a lot of things. Or if you just wanted to be a recluse, like you just can't
Yeah,
operate with people, you can do that, you know. But
yeah,
all right, go ahead, Wits.
What I was gonna say is, I think the reason why a lot of rich people like do stupid things is because they
They get
never,
bored.
l- they're bored and they never thought to work for anything like a passion.
That's true.
If you don't put in work to put for your own passion, then it's like you're just living, and
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people. That's why I think a lot of people, not even just rich people, like some even poor people, like they spend their money on drugs, like
Hmm.
and then they end up doing some dumb shit and die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like,
Also,
but
I feel like it's about the purpose thing because, like,
yeah,
you know,
that
like
matters a lot. That
they
matters a
say
lot.
retirement age is the age like most people die. Why? Because once they're done working, you know, they've been doing the same job their whole life. They go home and they say they don't know what to do. Like in my building, the place I work at, I say there's a lot of rich people there, like millionaires in there, and it's just because it's a law firm, so they come in, they're old as hell, like 80 something, this and that, and they're coming in and they're like, like slowly creeping in because they're old and stuff. But and people are like, yo, why don't he stay home? Why don't he do that? And you see them, they just come in. They're like, yo, and I asked them one time, I was like, yo, why do you keep coming in? I thought you guys have a lot of not to be rude or anything. And then
yeah.
they're like, because if I stay home, I'm gonna have nothing to do. I like having something to do. I like, being
Hey,
responsible for something.
say something real quick.
Mm.
It's like what they say. People like that when they retire, that's when they die.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said. Yeah,
yeah, because like
you don't
because
have a
them,
purpose no more.
yeah, yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
Like
Like I seen a video on YouTube. There was a guy, right? It was in like
mhm,
some Asian country, right?
right,
All he did was chop wood his entire life. That's all he did, and he
right,
lived
Yikes!
to 100
Yikes!
chopping
right,
wood. Lived to 100, and then it was like, yo, why don't you stop? Like you're 100 years old. What are you doing? And then he was like, because if I don't chop this wood, nobody else will, and that's what keeps my fire alive. And
Mm.
I was like,
right,
damn.
Hit him
Yeah.
with the Super
yeah,
Saiyan Goku 3 quote. I hear you.
yeah,
No, but
The
it's true.
Dragon Fist. Here we
yeah. But I wanted to say, son, how do y'all feel about the entrepreneur mindset? Like everyone's trying to push people to be entrepreneurs.
Oh my gosh. That's a conversation right here.
Then go ahead, with start it
Oh
off.
my gosh.
I see
The
your messages,
entrepreneur
Zach.
mind. I hate. Here's the thing. I hate people who push entrepreneurship, but literally just try to scam you out of it. Like
Yeah.
but here's my example. Like Forex people. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening for Forex,
Yes.
don't ever come up to, if you say anything about Forex, just do not come up to me, please. Like just do not, because I will fucking snap, bro.
Mhm.
Like my cousin and like some other people that I know are deep into Forex, and they be pushing it mad hard, and I'm like, okay, if that's the case, where is all this money? Oh, it's a climb. Okay, well, show me some progress. I can't show you the number. Why can't you show me the numbers? If you want to get over somebody on the Forex,
Yeah.
ask them to show you the numbers, bro. I'm telling you. If
Yeah.
they can't show you the numbers, then don't even bother waste your time. Don't
Yeah.
waste your time.
Because that's like, would you like? That's like, Oh, freaking, that's like a bum coming in and saying, "Oh yeah, man, I got financial advice. I know how to make you a millionaire." It's like, well, first you be a millionaire. What the hell you talking about? You can make
Yeah,
me a millionaire. You be a
where's your
millionaire
millions,
first.
bro?
Yeah, why you
Where's
on
your
the street?
millions?
Yeah,
Right.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
So
So
that's y'all opinions, right?
yeah, man, because it's like
Wow.
not everybody can
Not
do it because it's not
Yeah.
realistic. That's
it's
like
not
saying
realistic.
everybody can win the gold medal at the Olympics. No, there's
See,
only one spot for that. There's a second spot for silver, and then there's a third spot for bronze. Not
and
everybody can
here
do it. You come back next year and try again.
and here's my opinion, right?
Yeah,
I think it's stupid because here's the thing. You want to be entrepreneurs, right? Okay, that means you're going to own a business, right? You're
yeah,
going to need employees for a
yeah.
business.
Mhm.
Most businesses need employees.
Need
My
'em.
friend who does the photography thing,
Yeah.
he could probably do that shit on his own. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? That's something he could do. No problem. But the people that push that shit, talk about, oh, you need to be an entrepreneur, this and that, and shame on these 9 to 5 jobs. You gotta
Yeah, I hate
understand these
that.
businesses. You gotta understand these businesses need you. At the end of the day, you need employees. If you can do it all by yourself, cool. But that's just gonna be stressful. And what if? And I told this to my friend yesterday, right? He's a photographer, right? Let's say he makes it big as a photographer,
Mhm.
and in one day he needs to be at 10 different locations. And let's say one person needs him at this place at 2 o'clock, another person say he needs him at another place at 2 o'clock. He's gonna need to get somebody else. He's gonna
Right.
source for someone else. It's like people be like, "Oh, well, we gotta be entrepreneurs today. We can't." But at the same time, you need that require. You know what I mean? You're gonna have your own business, but you need employees to run a business. Correct.
Yeah.
Another thing I hate is that I get the whole why work for someone is working for you, right? There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that as long as that
Yeah.
job pays you well and you get benefits.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you gotta think about your future. You gotta think about your health.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? It's like you said, yeah, you could be an entrepreneur, but do you have a medical plan set
Mhm.
up? You
But
know?
The thing is, some
yeah,
people are just too focused on getting rich, and that's what they promote. Hey,
I
you want to
Yeah.
get rich? Well, you can't get rich working for somebody for the rest of your life, and that's the
actually,
thing.
No.
I
That's
think
a
it's more like their pride gets in the way. Because I forgot which video I seen. I seen some
Yeah.
video from like some small YouTuber dude and he was like, yeah, I could never work a 9 to 5 because if you work a 9 to 5 and you taking orders from another man, that's like somebody calling that's like you calling another man daddy. And I'm like,
whoa,
and I really
that's
think and I
crazy.
really think it's the ego thing because you can make millions being an employee at like
You
an
can.
engineering place. You can make millions being an astronaut. You can make millions
Yeah.
working for other people. So it's
You
not
can
that.
actors are employees.
Yeah,
And they
actors
make
are
millions.
employees.
You
Yeah,
know what
they
I mean?
get hired by other people.
And
Yeah,
just put it
you
this
know what I
way:
mean?
at the end of
Yeah.
the day, if put it this way, if
Mhm.
you're your own boss, at the end of the day, you're still working for the country you live in. So
Yeah.
like
But
this,
I
Even
you
just
know.
I
even
just don't think they like people telling them what to do. I just think they have that ego like nobody could tell me anything. I
yeah.
think that's what it boils down to because like it don't even make sense. It's like they think employees automatically means you make a minimum wage 9 to 5. Yeah,
No.
but that's not the case.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Also, listen, like I was
What's
telling
up,
my friend, yeah,
Rex?
I was telling my friend, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, MTA, if I start working as we can't help her there,
Mhm.
I know in the long run I'll be making decent amount of money. It's not no bum job. It's a skilled job that
Yeah.
He's
requires a
like,
degree.
nah, but you're still working for MTA. Therefore, you're working for somebody else. Therefore, you're a bum.
No,
Right.
but
Yeah, I was saying
there's
that's not the case.
benefits. Yeah, yeah, I do have to come in. I do have to, you know, follow somebody's orders. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I mean, that's okay. I mean, listen, if you want to go to entrepreneur, you got to get your experience first. And that means working
Yeah.
for some place and then going your own route. After you make a certain amount of money, once you feel confident in yourself,
Yeah.
that's how I feel. You know what I mean? Like, but my friend, he also says, like, he has a hustle mentality. And that's the
Mhm.
thing. Not everybody has a hustle mentality. I don't have that hustle mentality. The closest thing I have to a hustle mentality is working overtime. You know what I mean?
No, that's hustle
Yeah.
mentality. Working overtime is hustle mentality
Hustle,
for
yeah,
sure.
that's hustle mentality. Cause there's a guy I work with. He does 110 hours, bro,
Woo!
and like
When
he
he like his
like
account though.
nah, yeah, he got a lot of money. He got a car, he got a house and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
then I'm thinking about it like this, man.
But like,
Is
why
it worth
hustle?
it? Because it's
Yeah,
like I said, whenever you like work for money like that, you're sacrificing time, and it's
you
like
are.
because I talked to him. I was like, yo, be real with me. Like, so how many hours do you have to yourself? He's like, bro, I only have the 8 hours out of the week to go to sleep, and that's not even counting commuting. I'm like, sheesh, bro. So I'm like, literally, you're living for work. He's like, yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know, I got a family to support, and I'm like, damn, bro. I don't know if I could do it, man. I gotta, because it's like you literally have no life. No offense, you know. And then he's like, nah, I hear you. He said you young. That's why you could say that. And I'm like, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
But even then, I haven't done much living because, you know, I still got a lot of responsibilities that I gotta take care of. So it's weird, man. It's weird to see.
Yeah. And I think, you know, people gotta, you know, like I said, with this push for entrepreneurship, people gotta realize there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with working for another person. As long as they paying you well, it's
Yeah.
not no bum job, you getting good benefits,
Mhm.
and as long as they don't let you go. You know what I mean? For stupid, because then if they let you go, now you shit out of work. Now you gotta start looking elsewhere. And that's a harsh reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a
But
harsh reality.
but it
There's
was.
nothing
But
wrong.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't say there's nothing wrong working a 9 to 5 that's paying you well. At the end of the day,
yeah,
always have your own side hustle. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
Just have your
yeah.
side hustle. Nobody's telling you to,
And,
you know,
and
oh,
also,
quit
I
your
feel
job,
like,
but just have your side hustle because without that
yeah,
regular job, you will not be able to supply what you're trying to do.
it's like
at the end of
this.
the day.
Facts.
If I didn't have the doorman jobs, if I didn't have this bum ass job I did, I wouldn't have the money I need to pay for school. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
get why people trying to like do like, oh, fuck school, this and that, like, you know, because
Yeah.
you know we've been taught that, and like we were learning that that's not the only way. There are many ways to be successful. School isn't the only way, but you know, depending on what route you take, you do have to go to school.
But
You
that's
know
the
what I
thing,
mean?
though. A lot of these people, a lot of these young people, like, you know, social media, like they push, like, man, fuck school. School's, you know, it's a scam.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't be wrong. I do feel like school is a scam, 100%.
Yeah,
But will I tell some young kid to just don't do that? Like, I'm not saying
no,
like not, you know, like not get scammed, but like go to school for a real major and like,
yeah,
you know, and just don't do nothing with your life in the beginning. Because the moment you do nothing, like the moment you do nothing for your 20s, then you just set yourself up for failure for the rest of
yeah.
your life at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was telling when I first started working at this job by my house, the hardware store. The first day, there was a kid working there. He's 18, and I told him like, "Yo, like, you know, we was talking. I told him, you know, if you do go to school, make sure you do a major that's marketable. You know, don't do a major.
Facts.
Always do something marketable. Don't do a major that's not marketable because you're just gonna you're investing your money wrong. You know.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do one of those dumb majors, you have to do those dumb majors in like a high grade school, like a high grade school,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you like I'm doing accounting in Yale or some
Ah,
shit. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
well,
You do.
account is not a
Not,
bad.
I'm not saying like
account
that.
is-
Okay, I'm doing art in Yale or some shit.
Yeah,
There
man.
you go.
Yo,
Yeah.
because bro, I'm not gonna lie. I also liked art, because when I was young, I used to draw very well, and I was like, bro, maybe I could be an artist when I grow up. Then I got to my teens, I was like, man, I'm not gonna be no fucking artist. Maybe I self-sabotage, but I just, it's hard, bro. It's like you got to be like the 1% to really have
You
a
have
good
to.
career out
You
of like
have to.
philosophy, art, you know, stuff like that, you know, because those are the stuff I like, you know. Maybe that's why I watch a lot of anime, because it's philosophical and it has art in it, whatever. But you know, it's hard, man. It's hard to just follow your passions, you know.
Yeah, but I also feel like there's more than one way. And also, hey, I feel like, yeah, but back to the whole, you know, choosing happiness over a career or choosing a career over happiness. There's more than one way to achieve happiness.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Now, and
my
there is
hobbies bring me
sacrifice.
happiness, you know.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There, maybe you know, doing something you love, you know, that
Yeah.
makes you, you know, and turning a career is a great thing.
Mhm.
But you know, I feel like, will it make you successful? You know what I mean? And when I mean, and the thing is, successful, it can mean it. Everyone has different, you know, ideas of successful. Maybe successful to you is being a millionaire, making 7 figures, but maybe
Right.
successful is, you know, you know, being happy with what you create. You know, everyone has a different idea of success. It's not, we should not limit it to money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know
Because
what I
I
mean?
feel
You can
like
only bring that when it comes to like I think when it comes to women, that's when that comes into
Wait,
play.
Yeah.
what do
How
you mean?
successful are you? Do you have any money? Oh, well, you
Ah,
can't
that.
get me then. Ha ha
The hell with
ha.
I'm
women. The hell
dead.
with women. We're not talking
Dead.
about that. No, the hell
Like,
with
are you
women.
successful? Oh, you have no money? Oh, and I guess you're not successful, little nigga.
I'm
The
dead.
hell with women. We're
Yeah,
not talking about that.
but
Nah, but I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not always starts of money, cause like I feel like for me, man, the reason I really want to be rich is for freedom. Now, I guess
Yeah.
like I say I love money, but I guess I really don't love it that much, cause like
Yeah.
I remember we had this conversation, and since people didn't hear our conversation, we can
Yeah.
have it again. But I
About, I
said
remember,
million or 10 million. You said
yeah,
10 million would be enough for you. I said 1 million would be enough for me if
yeah,
I won the lottery, because I know
right,
the kind of life I live, and I know that I can stretch that 1 million and be
yeah,
happy, because all I want is the freedom to do what I want, and my hobbies that really truly make me happy are inexpensive. I like reading, I like watching anime, I like playing video games, I like bike riding, skateboarding,
yeah,
fucking going to the beach and swimming, stuff like that. And those are
yeah.
like hobbies you really don't have to spend money on.
You don't,
So it's
you
like,
know,
Yeah, and if
when you,
he just limited himself 50K a
yeah,
year,
yeah, then I could
and
yeah,
just
stretch
that's
it.
good.
and then spend like, let's say he spent 100K on a house
Yeah.
somewhere, then live 50K for the year, then he's pretty much set. Cause
Yeah, he's
And
sick.
also, if I invest that money, the rest of it, then, through compound interest, I'm just gonna
Yeah,
have more. And if I have
yep,
the disciplined mindset to not really want to buy anything, it's like, come
yeah.
on, because
yeah, that's what it comes to.
it's not
Discipline
like when you're a
mindset is
kid
not buying anything.
anymore and
Minimalist.
like you
Yeah,
insecure and you want
Hold,
to flex all the time, like, oh, yo, I got this, I got that. I mean, I guess some people still do. You see, like, older
I
people do
agree
that.
with what Rex said in the chat. He said minimalist life would be the best. Yes,
Yeah,
everyone, you're
I agree
good.
with Rex too.
Yeah, yeah, like oh, what I want to say, but and like you said, that money that you would reinvest,
Yeah.
I know you could all that you would have enough money to uh put into a Roth IRA for 10 years. You could probably do it for more. I
Yeah,
know a
you could
Roth
get
IRA.
multiple Roth IRAs,
Yeah,
so you'll be
you do
Gucci.
that. I mean, don't listen to my. I know anyone that hears this. I'm not a financial
Financial
expert, so
expert.
take mine. But I'm just throwing an example based on from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I heard like you're supposed to put like 6,000 the most you put in a year, and you could do it no matter how much. But I heard it depends on your income too. They only allow you to do it depending on your income. But that's for another conversation. I suggest people do their research on it. But
Right.
basically, if you put 6,000 a year from that $1 million,
Mhm.
you could do that for probably like 10 years. With that 60,000 out of a million, you're
Mhm.
probably gonna you're probably gonna make like you probably and what we're in our 20s. We'll probably
Yeah.
not make a million because I calculate we to get a million, you gotta at least be investing since you were 18. But that's from one Roth IRA. I know you said you
Nah.
said
To get a
multiple.
million,
Yeah,
if you, it's 40 years. So if you start at
yeah.
25, you have to be 65. I did it with my coworker. He's
Oh,
the one to put me on the
oh,
Roth IRAs. It takes 40 years.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause he's still doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, he's 60, but he was like, man, I'm still
My
doing it.
mom
I
still
don't
does it.
care.
My mom still does it.
Yeah.
She probably did it maybe I don't know when she started doing, it, but she was a good amount. Put rack up a decent amount. Oh yeah, we're not financial experts. We're just speculating. So anyone hears this, do not take our words with a
Hey
grain of
man,
salt.
you better get
Yeah,
on that Roth IRA if you young, man. I'm not a
yeah,
financial expert, but I'm telling you, man. I'm
man.
telling you,
Just say
if you
this:
got
if you're
6,000 to
listening,
put out at the end of the year, trust me, you do that every year, you'll be a millionaire.
yeah, just do the research yourself.
Yeah.
We're not financial experts. I'll speak for myself. I don't know about Tom and Wits. I'm pretty sure they may be better than me, but do your research before making any decisions. I don't want to be like, oh, I listened to this guy. This guy got me in debt. I'm not gonna be that guy. Therefore,
You
hey,
cannot
I
go
told
in
you
debt
so.
for Roth IRA. Stop it, bro. Stop
I
the
warned
cap.
you. I warned you, sir. So you on your own. You on your own. For the people that
Stop
still be
it,
like,
oh, you
bro.
taking the L? That's your fault, little
no,
nigga.
I
I
Yeah.
don't know
told
what
you.
you're talking about.
You know how they say, oh yeah, be like, oh yeah, I told him this, but hey, I don't know. So if you do it, hey, that's on you. Hey, I warned you. Don't listen to me. But
Oh
if you want
my
to listen to
god,
me
bro.
and not do your
We're
research,
not even that big, bro. We
yeah,
stop it. We had some
we're,
all
we're
time
all,
one off podcasts, bro.
yeah, we're all. We don't know. We might do another podcast. We'll see if God willingly. But yeah, but I don't know. Like it's been like the reason why I see this thing is because like I said, ever since I went home yesterday, It's all I've been thinking about. You know what I mean? And my friend is right. You should definitely choose happiness. You shouldn't put your happiness over anything. I mean, you shouldn't put anything else over your happiness. Because at the end of the day, you gotta be happy.
But let me
That's
ask you this, Vitaly. All
yeah,
right, let's get philosophical. We are the
yeah.
armchair philosophers. Are you happy?
Not right
Mm,
now. I'm not happy right
Mm.
now.
So,
mm,
You know?
what are you putting over your
mm.
happiness right now that's making you unhappy? We can ask us all. We can just go in a circle, but you go first.
What am I doing? Honestly, you know what I would say?
What would you say?
Laziness and inconsistency.
That's what's making you
Wow.
unhappy? 100%?
Oh,
Wow.
because I
That's
feel
it.
like, because it's like I say a lot of shit, but
Uh-huh.
I don't take action. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Wow.
It's like, I could be like, because I've been saying for like you guys seen my drawings. You know what I mean? And a lot I've shown people my drawings, and they say, "Yo, you're not that bad."
Ah, yeah,
But
you fire, bro. You got some
yeah,
good ass
thank you.
drawings,
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
good.
Thank
It's
you.
good.
I
It's
think
good.
they're okay. I think for a beginner they're okay. I'm not no Ozzy Oz the Virus or Wiz Yakuza or Akira Toriyama or anything like
You see,
that.
you can't be comparing yourself to gods. So I mean,
No, no, you
you're
True.
can't.
good.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that is
And
true.
but am I drawing every day? No. Instead, I'm playing video games. I love video games. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I could be using that time to play video games to be drawing. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Hmm.
And also, even when I draw, like when I started drawing out, it was kind of stressful for me because when I draw, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I'm like, if something doesn't look right, I erase, and that's the
yeah,
thing. When you
yeah.
try to be perfect, it messes you over, and you
Facts.
you, you stress it out. And like I like drawing.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say it's my passion, but
It
I
used to be
enjoy
my
it, and
passion.
I love the product I create. I love even if it's just like just someone else's sample, someone else's source, and I'm just trying them out myself, like trying to replicate it.
Hmm.
I'm okay with it. I'm
Yeah.
not. And the thing is, I'm not that creative. I'm not very creative. Like I can't. I have to look at another source to draw it, but I
But who
can't make up my own idea of
but
it. You
who
know what I
says
mean?
you
Like,
gotta be? Because like think about like all the animators who make anime in Japan. They're literally taking the mangaka source and then they're just bringing it to life, right?
for the anime you're talking about, right?
Yeah, for the anime. That's what
Well,
they
no,
do.
that's but I'm talking about people that like draw, but like
No,
thing is,
I get
they're
what you're saying, but
yeah,
like
thing is, they don't have their own style. That's what I mean. Like I don't have my own style.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You don't really
Like,
need your own style because a lot of the animators who bring anime to life, they usually
well,
just take the style of other
well,
mangakas,
but
you
that's the
know?
thing about anime. Anime, they're adapting from manga, so they have to go on that style. But I'm talking about, let's say if Tite Kubo, right?
Okay.
If
Hmm.
he copied
Hmm.
Akira Toriyama style, is that really
Hmm.
his style?
No, but
You
those
gotta
are
be original.
mangakas. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, but
And
I'm not.
also, what you gotta understand is that it takes another person's style for you to find your own. You know, like you're
Yeah,
not
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
not necessarily saying you're biting off of them, but
Yeah.
You do gotta grow.
everybody starts somewhere. You know.
Right.
You do gotta grow inspiration, but you don't wanna be like this guy Toriyama. You wanna be like, oh, that's Vitaly's. That's
Well, yeah, I'm
Vitaly's.
So
saying
you want to be a
if you straight up
mangaka?
copying,
Well,
that's
not a
different.
manga, but I'm saying like I don't want to be like I want to have my own style that people can recognize. I don't want to be like, oh, this
Oh,
guy, he's just copying, he's just drawing
look at
based off
look
some of the shorts.
look at what Rex wrote just now
Yeah.
in the chat. You see it?
Oh well, for one of the latest Black Clover episodes animated by freelance artists. Keep that in mind. Okay, okay, I didn't know that.
See?
Right. But
Dropping
I just feel
bombs.
like you need to develop your own style. You got to be original. You know what I mean? It's cool drawing, something else that like it's cool drawing, someone else's character or art,
Yeah.
but you gotta have your own twist to it. And I haven't found that twist yet. I haven't, you gotta be unique to your artwork. At this
Man,
point, I feel like I'm good at drawing rather than I'm an artist because an artist got to create their own art. You know what I mean? They got to be able to visualize. They got to be able to come up with something. I don't have that capacity. At least I just haven't found it yet. I don't have the capacity to create my own character. I don't have that visualization. That's what
Really?
but like I'm
I
telling
don't.
you, you don't
I
really
don't.
need it unless you're trying to be like those artists that
Yeah.
sell off their work
Oh
one
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
You know
Like
that
like
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 you know
like
the
like.
ones in the street or in the Comic Cons, they
Oh
sell
yeah.
their art
Yeah.
one off. If you're trying to be
Yeah.
that, yeah, but if you're just trying to be like an artist, you're just
Yeah.
adapting from a material, then yeah, you can do that. A lot of people make their living that way. They
Yeah.
just adapt from somebody's material and they make it better, and
Yeah.
that's it.
That's true. And like I said about laziness and consistency, it's also like that. Like with girls, I keep complaining, like, oh, I can't get them, but I don't try. So
That
how
is
can I
true.
say that? And also, like, I want to work out, I want to get fit, but I don't put the work in. I
Man,
only
you
wait for
know
summer
I
to come
got a
around.
gym, bro. You better pull up, bro. You know I got a gym in my
I
crib,
got
man.
a
Stop playing, bro. Membership is free, you know?
hey, I got a gym too, but they're not allowing guests.
I don't have a gym, but
Yeah.
I'm making one.
Well, the world is your gym. The
The
world could be
world
your
is your
gym.
gym. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, but
Man.
but like I feel like if I was more serious about the things I want out of life, you know what I mean. But instead, I mean, I love video games. Video games is one of my passions. But
Mhm.
you can't spend your whole time playing video games. You could be doing something else with that time. Like yesterday, I actually did homework for the most. Like the last 2 days, I barely played any. Maybe I did like an hour for video games, but for most of the time, I was actually well, I was doing other things, but I was doing my homework. I was getting my priorities straight.
I feel you. Alright.
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
that. I
since
feel
we
that.
stood so much time with you,
But
Whitson, are you happy? And if not, why?
Am I happy? I can say I'm happy. Can I be happier? Yes, I definitely can. But what does that take? That takes money. And I'll tell you why I'm happy. I'll tell you why I'm happy.
Go ahead, man.
Because unlike, I mean, like I don't know about Vitaly, but for me, where I came from earlier was way worse than
Seriously,
where I am today. You feel
E-
me? Because like
even in the house you was living at.
that's a fact. In my house, I was in a basement and I had no studio. But look at me now. I waited. I did the work, and here I am. I have a studio in my basement now.
Mhm.
I got mad space in my crib. It's I'm happy, man. The only thing I wish, if I had a little more money, then everything would be straight. It would be even way better than it was now. It would be even way better.
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's everybody though. Like money can make a lot of things better, especially if you know what you want and you know what
Yeah.
the passion you have. With Vitaly, it don't really seem like you. I mean, you claim you have a passion. I
No,
think
no,
you
no. I
did.
never. No, no,
Oh,
no.
you don't have a passion.
I don't know what my
You don't
true
know
passion
you don't
is.
know your true passion is. Well, that's the
I don't
problem.
know. Yeah, I
That's why
gotta
you're
find it.
not.
I
And
gotta
that
find it.
and that
Like
could take you
it
wherever.
could
It
take
could take
you.
you anywhere. It can be
Yeah,
anywhere.
but but
You.
like I said earlier, I do not know. I do not want to find my passion when I gotta get my shit together.
But
Mm.
At the end of the day,
that's different though. You don't need
yeah, it is.
you don't need it. You don't need to get your you don't need to find your passion after your shit together, bro. You can know your
Yeah.
passion. It's immediately right. Like
Yeah.
it's whatever you like to do. It's
Facts.
whatever you like to do.
Yeah.
I found my passion for music in the third grade.
Yeah,
I loved
man.
playing music in the third grade. I loved playing guitar, piano, clarinet. I loved doing that shit, and
Yeah.
it just took me this far to where I got where I got now.
Yeah.
My homeboy, he was a coder. He got. I mean, I can't tell you how I got my stuff, but what I'm saying, he hooked me up. Hooked me up, and he was like, "Yo, I need music for my video game. So,
Right,
yo, here's FL Studios." I'm like, "Oh, word." He was like, "Yeah, you're you're my boy and everything." So I'm like, "Okay,
right.
cool." And then from there on, I was making music in not even high school, like grade school.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was has always been my passion, bro. Like you have to, if you haven't found it by now, I don't know, man. Like
That's
You
something I
gotta
need to
try
work on.
more shit, man. You gotta try
yeah,
more
Right.
shit.
you gotta try more stuff. You gotta like
Like,
get out there in the world and stop staying home. Not that you do stay home, but I'm saying like you gotta like
Man, this motherfucker stay home, bro. Stop it.
you gotta you gotta experience different things, bro. Like
yeah, you gotta.
that's things you gotta pay for. Cause that's the thing. Let me just finish what I gotta say real
Right.
quick. The
I'm gonna
only
say
reason
something after. I'm gonna say something after you're done. But yeah,
And
go
then
ahead.
I'll
The
actually
only-
say if I'm happy
the
or not.
only reason I was able to find my passion was because my parent, my
Uh-oh.
mom, was able to pay for it. You feel me? Like she
Ooh,
exposed me.
So it still
No,
comes back
I'm-
to money.
It still goes back to money. Because it still
Take
at the end
that,
of the day, it comes back to,
Brian, in the
it
chat.
goes back to money. It really goes back to money, and like because your kid will never understand anything unless you let them experience it. I'll never know. Like Michael Phelps, he probably never swam in his life, but his mom probably put him in swimming classes, and then
Facts.
boom, he was like, I love swimming. Like for like that's how it is. That's really how it is. You have to be exposed to something in order to find out what you really like, and that's
Yeah,
the
man.
problem, Vitaly. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, well, this is back to what I was saying. The conversation with my friend yesterday. There's also a lot of people like with me. Like sometimes it's fear. Your fear of what's to come. You gotta conquer that fear. You can't be afraid of fear because fear is only gonna hold you back. You know what I mean? How can you be? You're gonna be afraid, but how can you find your passions if you're afraid all the time?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I want to say.
But
I'm
like with fear, it's like you be like you. I'm not trying to get crazy spiritual,
Yeah.
but you manifest what it is in real life. Like for
Yeah,
example, I was
yeah.
telling my coworker yesterday this story. He was laughing his ass off because I was like, bro, there was a time in my life when I was like really young, not when I was in my teens, but when I was like in my adolescence and stuff, and I was like,
Right.
I was super scared of dogs. I don't know why. I just was like,
Dog.
I was just like, bro, these people are crazy as hell. They have grown beasts walking next to them, bro. What the hell they think this is, bro? A movie? Like, get out of here, right? So, I remember one time I had my headphones on. I was going to school and stuff, and all of a sudden, I'm looking down. I'm listening to my music, vibing. I'm looking down, and then I just see a dog fucking stop in my path like a Pokemon battle, and then it just starts growling. I'm like, oh nah. I started stepping back slowly, and I started running in circles around the park area and shit. That shit chasing the shit out of me. I'm like, bro, there's no way I'm gonna die today. Like, come on, God. Like, by a dog, by a beast. And then this lady's like, stop running. It just wants to fly. I'm like, hell no, lady, this shit gonna kill me. Control your beast. And then, I got tired. I'm huffing and puffing. And then the dog just looks at me and then just walks away. I was so embarrassed. I was like, come on, bro.
Can I say something real quick?
What?
Can I say something quick? So, the thing about dogs is dogs that can smell fear. You should never show fear to a dog.
I know that.
Say that. Now, let me tell you my one story I had.
Yeah,
So, I was walking home from the bus stop, from school, whatever. And I go my usual path, so nothing really happens on that path. So one day I'm walking down, and I see this pit bull jumped over the fence, and I see this shit coming after me. I use that logic, don't show fear. So I show, I didn't show fear. I just once the dog approached me, I just stood there with my hands up. I guess like I'm freezing for the police. And I was like, because don't do nothing to plus. Because I was like, what, don't show fear, but also remain calm. Stand there,
Yeah.
don't do nothing. The dog might not do nothing, and the dog, worst thing, it just, it jumped on me, like it went on me.
Yeah.
And it was a lady. She even cursed the dog out.
Passed
She's
out,
like,
bro.
she's like, whatever the dog's name, let's just say Tommy, you asshole.
Yeah.
And then she apologized to me. I told her it's no problem. Your dog didn't do anything to me. So it's like, you gotta, you can't show fear to animals, especially with dogs.
I would have fainted if a dog jumped on me back in the day, bro. What?
This is a pit bull. This was a
pit bull. What? Oh nah,
a pit
bro.
bull? A pit bull back in the day when I was what?
Yeah,
Oh,
I would have been shook out my mind, bro.
But that comes with a problem with the owner. Why didn't the owner have control? It could have went worse. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was telling the lady. I'm like, control your beast as I'm running. Yeah. Bro, I was so terrified. And then, like, after the dog just fucking looked at me, I don't even remember, bro. I blocked out that memory. That's a repressed memory, bro. After the dog.
Was it big? Was it small? Was it big?
It was like medium height, I'd say.
Medium. Let's see.
After the dog looked at me, just walked away, I was like, what the hell? That shit could have killed me. And I was just walking in school thinking the whole day, what the fuck just happened here, And it was like, maybe I just manifested that they're all fucking monsters, and then, and I'm like, all right, maybe they're not. So then, when I see dogs now, I started, like when I was growing up into my teens, I started just stop. Because I used to cross the street, too. I was not playing, bro. I was not trying to be on the same sidewalk as them. Then I just started staying on the street. Nothing would happen. I was like, maybe I got them all wrong, And it's just what I manifested, That's why, back to what you're saying, this whole convoluted story went from the whole fear thing. You can't be fearful. You manifest that fear, and then, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, it's literally what you tell me about saying you're scrubbing the cub. Like, don't manifest that you're scrubbing the cub.
Yeah.
You gotta like manifest good things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. And not all the time will things work. Like, cause there's times where I'm having a super positive mindset, and then just bad shit after bad shit after bad shit just pile up on top of each other, and then I'm depressed. But it's like, you can't really do that. But I guess I should answer this question. Am I happy? I'll say I'm in between from where both of you guys are, because there's a lot of points in my life where it's like there's really good shit happen, but then there's a lot of points where it's like bad stuff happen, and I do feel like if I did have more money, things would have went out better. Cause I feel like not to be that guy, but I feel like I shouldn't have had to work, bro. I feel like I really study hard, so I feel like if it wasn't for the fact that I was poor, I probably would have been done with this degree sooner,
That's a
Maybe.
fact. That's a fact.
Maybe.
That's a
Like, I
fact.
really feel like that. I feel like because I'm struggling with
fact.
work and trying to balance and juggle shit, it's hard for me to put my 100% effort. Because, like, usually when I do something, I try to go 100% in. But it's like, you do 8 hours of work, or sometimes, like, a day, or sometimes you do doubles. In my case, you get super exhausted. And then when you go home, your brain is
Yeah.
fried. You don't want to do shit. Like, right now, I
Yeah.
guess it's a little bit easier because of COVID, so I'm not really working hard. But before, I was
Yeah.
standing up 7 hours and I'm fucking signing people in and shit like that. I don't want to deal with nothing when I get home. I just want to go home and sleep or just stare at the ceiling being a vegetable, So it's like it's
Right.
hard to have that passion for school right after.
Right.
And I say the only hard thing for the thing that's as you said earlier, the thing that's taking up my time is school. Like I feel like if I didn't have to solidify me having something stable in society as of like for the rest of my life, then of course I'd have been doing my passion. But it's like school. If I finished it earlier, it would have this wouldn't have been a problem. Like I would have
Right.
been even happier. I would have been able to afford everything I wanted sooner. But
Right.
school is it's a big thing. It's a big thing that takes up a lot of my life. It's took up like what, 8 years now? I think like
That's
8 years. I
God
don't even
damn,
know.
don't remind me, man. That shit is a big part of my life. But I also feel like it's because I'm poor. Because, bro, a lot of things that happen is because, like, I didn't have the funds to do it on time and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And also,
That's a fact.
these classes, in our school's case, they just get closed instantly, So it's like,
That's also a fact.
yeah, so
That's
And
it's
it's
like,
also
also like everyone has like me, like I don't know about you guys, but growing up, I wanted to make money. You know what I mean? Especially like I didn't get everything. Even when I did well in school, my parents just wouldn't give me stuff. So it's like for me, I relate money to being happy because like there's a lot of things I wanted as a kid that I'm able to now, and it does bring happiness. You know what I mean? And I feel like money doesn't inherently bring happiness, but it can get you the things you want, and that's what brings
yeah.
happiness.
Actually,
You
you
know?
know what? You are right because I like a lot of my happy moments was like from I'm remembering my parents buying me shit, and also me hanging out with my friends, obviously. But like a lot of the
Yeah.
times when they bought me the shit I wanted, I remember the joy I felt. When I got my PS1, when I got my PS2, my GameCube, my Nintendo Wii. That shit brought me a lot of joy in my life, hanging out with my
Right,
friends, playing with that. PSP, a lot of the stuff like that. It's just like I don't know, it's super fun.
right,
Like even just them handing me a bunch of money, like, and they're like, "Oh, buy
yeah,
something with this," and maybe I go to the arcade, play video games all day with my friends, and then like that's an
right,
experience that's like it's solidified in my mind as a happy moment. So it's like
right.
I kind of
Bro, the
I kind of
fact.
contributed with happiness, money with happiness. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I just do. I don't know, and because I feel like even now, if like say if like tomorrow I got like $1,000,000, I know exactly what I'm gonna do, or more than that, because if I wanted to do everything,
Facts.
I'll just say if I wanted to do everything I wanted to do, right? If I had like 100 million, right? I'd
yeah,
go buy a house, get a moving van,
right,
and then, you know, I try to move in throughout that first week with my family, and then I'll be like, all right, it's time to go on a vacation because like me and my family, we never been on a vacation with my
yeah,
entire family. That's something we never did, and that'd be a good
yeah,
experience to have, Then get to talk about our experience, connect with them, talk about how hard everything was up until now, probably do it
yeah.
more, and it becomes a regular thing and then
Hmm.
have more time to travel the world because that's also something
Yeah,
I really regret in life that I wasn't able to travel as much as other people. I know people who travel all the time. I never traveled. I guess I traveled when I was 2, but can you count that? What do I remember from that experience? Nothing.
I'm telling
You
you.
know?
right,
And I get that. That's why I try. That's the thing. I'm broke and I travel, but I travel for free. That's the thing. Like, it's only like when my family members are like in a different part of the country, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go over to my aunt's house and stay over there in Florida or whatever, or Nia, her people are in South Carolina. That's the only way I travel. So like,
yeah,
it's kind of like a privilege to even have something like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
It is.
like when it comes to all these like Instagram girls or whatever who's be traveling all over the world, you already know what's up. Like
Yeah.
they live in the super fast life. Like
Yeah, man.
you can't equate traveling to like that because it's like that's a whole different lifestyle, and we'll never know because that's the whole
Yeah,
different
because
side of the
because we
spectrum.
don't have money. Because traveling is not an inexpensive hobby. It is not, man.
It is not an
The only
expensive.
thing,
Yeah.
the only thing expensive about traveling is the plane ticket.
I
That's it.
feel like even after the plane ticket, you go there, you want
Now
like
you just
if
wanna
you
pay.
want to try
Yeah,
things out, why would you go there and then just stay there? Like you have to go try
nah,
things out.
you want
You
to
gotta go to
explore.
the theaters, you
It's
gotta
like
go to the restaurants, you gotta go meet the people.
it's like
Yeah,
this.
get some
Like
souvenirs.
my best vacation I've ever been on was Belize. I went with my brother, some family friends, and yo, it was the best vacation I've had. We didn't even stay at a resort. We got a villa, and we
Right.
explored the town we was in.
Okay.
We went on like tour. We even had like tours. Like we went to go see the Mayan ruins. That shit was an experience. When
Damn,
you're
That is
stuck
bro.
at a resort,
he's the
and when you're
mind
stuck
ruler.
at a,
Dead
and there's a
ass.
thing, when you're stuck at a resort, there's nothing to do at the resort except you're doing the same thing every day.
Shout
You
out
know what I
Edwin.
mean?
I'm kidding.
Listen, that was at Mexico. Let him enjoy
Mexico
his.
resort, bro. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Speak of the
did I
devil.
summon them?
Speak of the
I
devil.
summoned
Speak
them.
of the
Let's
devil.
go. Edwin, what's
boy.
up, bro?
Good morning, guys.
What's up, bro?
Speak of the devil.
Boy.
You sound like you have fun, man. You sound like you have fun.
Oh yeah,
Drinking.
he sound like you.
Yeah, bro, this man sound lit, bro. I don't think you can
You
be a
sound like he had
philosopher
on the-
today, bro. You might have to leave, bro.
Yo, he lit.
I'm good.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, he
I
lit, man. What's up, Edwin?
What you been up to, man?
Yeah, man.
I've been drinking.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know. Oh, we know.
That's good.
Anyways,
Good life.
back to our conversation. Go ahead, Vital. We cut you off. You was at Belize, exploring the Mayan ruins, being rich.
Yeah, like I was, every day in Belize was a different day. We got food, but we explored places. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
The last vacation I've ever been on was Dominican Republic with my parents.
Ooh.
We were just stuck out of the resort, and I hated that. I hated
Yeah.
it every day there. They didn't even ask me for a ticket and said you're going. I didn't even want to go with them because one is them.
Yeah.
And did I tell you about the sex story? I'm pretty sure I did.
No, you did not.
Ready.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
I remember
Vitaly,
this
sex,
one. I
Nani?
remember this one.
Listen.
It's not what you think. It's
Oh
something
wait.
else.
I heard about this.
Did I hear about this? I don't know.
No, you don't
Go
want to hear
ahead.
about this.
You don't want to hear it.
Nah, man, it's a good content.
All right. For the listeners, it's gonna get unsafe for work. So
What? Oh,
Oh,
nah.
he's unsafe for work.
let me just put it this way. One night, I woke up.
All right.
We stop.
Now,
One night I-
what do you think of what happens? I woke up. Woke up from what?
Oh,
You
from
smashing-
Wet
just
Dream?
smashing all the clothes.
Was it from a
No.
Wet Dream? No.
No. I wish it was from a wet dream.
Well,
I wish it was from a wet dream, but no. Do you really want to know?
oh, you woke up. Wait. You said you went with your family?
I want my parents.
Oh, you woke up from them smashing?
Yes. Yes.
I was
Yes, I
dead.
did.
At their old age, god damn.
Bro, we was in the same room. Literally, my bed was a foot away from their bed.
Oh no.
Yo,
God damn it.
bro, I could have sworn I was probably up for an hour just hearing my mom moaning and squishy sound. Fuck me, man.
So you wait, so you just stood in that same position for an hour?
I was literally thank God I was facing the wall. Thank God. When I woke up, I was already facing the wall. I wasn't facing them.
But
And
you
I'm
still
just-
heard the whole thing for an hour, bro.
I don't know how long it was, but it was a long night. It was a long night. And this was like in the middle of the night. I already went to... What the fuck? What are they doing? It's like that cat meme? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell are they doing over there?
Oh my
Do
god.
they respect me? Bro, I was...
Maybe they
And now
both
you
was
just ain't the
horny,
first time that
bro.
happened. It ain't the first time that happened. So, it's...
It's not the first time.
Oh, it happened plenty of times.
Not.
But they haven't woken me up in a long time. No,
Oh, that's how you know you good. You
they
good.
haven't done it so long.
Yeah,
But anyway, yeah. But that was one of the worst vacations I've ever. The only times I ever looked forward to was going and staying inside my air conditioned suite, watching whatever anime they had. Like I remember there was Dragon Ball Z, whatever, and then eating. All I cared about was eating. Staying in my air conditioned suite. I didn't care for anything else. There was no Americans when I went.
So you
was
went
no
to
one that-
another country just to eat food, pretty much.
Yes, I went to another just to get a sunburn and eat food.
Damn, bro.
They didn't even ask me. They was like, "No, you're going." I guess staying at home because I was 15 at the time. I could take care of myself for a week. I could be fine. I mean, I have my older brother at the time. He was living with us, so it'll be all right. I would have much preferred staying home instead of. And that was my second time Dominican, bro. My first time Dominican. When you're younger, you anything is fun. But when you're like, when you're a teenager, going to vacation with your parents. So even my parents aren't that. They don't do nothing. So it's like, it's boring. You know what I mean? I wasn't. The only highlight of that was I was able to leave a Russian girl I met from Russia.
Yeah.
And we was talking. That was the only highlight that I had.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the only highlight of that vacation. I was actually talking to some cute Russian girl from Russia.
Nice.
That was it. But
All right.
other than that, that vacation sucked.
So since Edwin is here, drunk,
Yeah, we gotta
we
get his
gotta ask
opinion
you
on
some
it.
questions, man.
What happened?
All
Let's
right.
hear about
So
the questions.
first of all, are you happy?
No.
What?
Why is that? This guy.
Hey, let
I
the man
knew which
speak.
was gonna be bad, but I knew the answer already.
Let the man speak. We gotta
Why
hear
is
him out.
that?
I'm not happy per se. Honestly, it's like
Spill
sure I
your
have a
guts
good
out,
job.
man.
Sure I have a good education. It's like, but honestly, it's like to me, it's like not fulfilling as much. It's like honestly, it's like I know people will be like happy that they got that, but for me, it's just like I'm not there yet. It's like
Right.
I'm not where I want to be, honestly.
Say
So
that.
Edwin, let me ask you this.
Even when I work out, it's like I understand that's a long process, but like
It's
I
not
don't
there.
I don't know. No, it's not that it's not fair. It's just like I don't
No,
know
no,
if
I
I'm
said
gonna
it's
be
not
happy.
there. Yeah.
No. I know it's not there yet,
Mhm.
but it's just at the end. I'm just gonna be wondering,
Yeah.
am I gonna be happy?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
when I
fit.
reach my
I'm
goal?
ripped, and I'm still like, damn, bro. The shit could be better, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly,
Like,
like all the things
no.
going on, I'm just like, I don't think I'm happy. I'm just like I'm okay with stuff. I'm
Right.
okay with some stuff.
That's
Like,
why I
I
told
do enjoy.
Vitaly and Whitson. I said, yo, I'm in the middle between what they said, because Whitson said he happy, Vitaly said he not. You know.
Yeah, I really do enjoy my time with you guys, but honestly, it's like overall, it's like myself as a person, I'm okay. I was like, I'm not happy. There are times where I am happy. There are times where I'm sad, but it's like
Right.
just in between, honestly.
Right.
I would just say I would just say I let my happiness side take over because when I'm depressed, I get
Oh yeah.
super fucking
Nah,
depressed. Like, I get
same here, bro. There was a time where I was depressed for 3 months. I just literally woke up just to go piss and shit and eat, and then went back to bed. So
Right.
when I get depressed, I get depressed.
and
That's
I
why
get
try to
depressed
think-
easily. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I
Like,
try
I
to
can just be
think
alone by
happy
myself.
Oh, facts. It's like I get depressed man easily. Just one bad news is all it takes to break me. I was like, I don't show it to you, but I was like, I just put out like a really big smile.
Yeah.
Oh, you got
that's
to,
it.
bro. You got
Tell
to.
you like everything's fine, but like in the actuality, I'm just like internally being stabbed.
That's the problem with Tom is he jealous.
I didn't say you gotta protect yourself. But Edwin, the question I want to ask you this: would you give up happiness for a career, and vice versa? And also, would you rather be an entrepreneur, like basically choosing happiness into entrepreneurship, but then you could work a career that you like or whatever, but you're gonna be an employee for that person, but you will be making good money. You're gonna be set. Like, would you do that? Those are my questions. Like, what am I? In fact, not what you would
Wait.
do. What are your thoughts?
Actually,
What are
this is
your
the
thoughts?
most valid person to ask that because this is what's going on in his life right now.
Yeah, he actually has the bands.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah.
well, entrepreneurs, like that means I have to make something and give it to the public. That's basically it. But like, honestly, I'm not there yet where I could just create like stuff like willy nilly and just
Right.
sell it and to make a profit. And
No,
the fact, no,
he's
but
saying
the
is like,
fact,
what if that was the case that you was able to do that and it was something you really loved, but then
Making the bands.
you're not making as much, but then there's another case where, you're making a lot of money and you're just like not really happy at your job.
Mm,
Would you
Yeah, it's not an easy
sacrifice?
question.
Would you sacrifice, happiness? Well, I mean, happiness is subjective, but would you sacrifice like happiness at the workplace, I should say, for money, or would you be like, no, I want to be happy at my workplace doing what I love, but I'll make way less money?
Yeah, that's a hard question, honestly.
Dang, bro.
The reason why, like,
Go
because
through
I
your
feel like at
junk
the end,
neurons and answer it, bro.
like the reason why I say this, because like yesterday I had a conversation with my friend, like the reason because so I wanted to get the guys' opinions, and like I feel like no matter what, we need money to survive. We live in a world where you need money to live. You know what I mean? Like, sure, son, you could do might make you happy, but is it living? You know what I mean? Now that's not the case. There's people who are happy, love what they do, and they make a good amount of money. But there's some people that may not have that same outcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but it's like it's always like a drawback whenever you want to work at
Yeah,
like a dream job. It's like, yeah, the
yeah,
payment's it's gonna suck, but in the end,
yeah.
at the end of the day, like in the long run, you do need to
You
make
gotta think.
like a sustainable income in order to maintain yourself and your
You gotta think
family.
about your future. You gotta think about your future. You know what I mean? Like,
Like
like
at
if
that,
you work at this job, you know what I mean? Work at
like
this
that
job, yeah. Matter of fact,
hypothetically is hypothetically is like the question becomes more like easy to answer if you're not considering yourself. Like let's say you ask me the same question, but you add
yeah,
another element inside. Like, let's say you have a family, what
yeah,
would you do then? And the question becomes more one-sided because you're going to be choosing the job that makes more money rather than the dream job that makes less
right,
money. Because at the end of the day, it's like it is your future, but at the
yeah.
same time, like you also have to consider like having a
You gotta have
family or like
all,
having some type of future. It's like that you have to
yeah,
support as well. So
right,
honestly, it's like happiness in this world, it's like it's there, but it's just like really hard to grasp. You either gotta be lucky or you just have to be a joyful person to find happiness in anything.
yeah, right.
Well, let me ask you this: would you sacrifice family and friendships to accomplish your goal, or would you not?
Damn, what do you think I am,
Ooh,
Kratos?
that's tough. Yeah,
Uh, uh,
that is a hard question. That is a
hmm
hard.
It wasn't my question. It was Zach in the chat.
Hmm.
uh,
That is some question.
honestly, it's like money's materialistic. It's not gonna buy you
It
happiness
is.
at all. It's like if you have money
Uh
and you
oh.
buy the stuff that you want since you were a kid or like the stupid shit you always wanted.
Mhm.
And then once you buy it, it's like it's gone. It's like, and then the things you want to buy next, it just wouldn't feel the same because one, you already have the money for it. It's just like becomes
Right.
repetitive. It's like the same concept of going out every single day. It's like you go out every single day, you ruin the sense of having an adventure.
Damn. But what
Hmm.
about
And
what about
and
the
that's
fact about you can buy experiences with money?
yes.
Meaning,
That
like maybe before you was always working 60 hours, 80 hours because you needed to make a certain amount to support your family. But now that you got money, you don't got to do that no more. You can work even 32 hours and be like, fuck it, I'm not working no more. And you could just spend time, that quality time that you wanted to spend with your family and have a better family unit, a stronger bond.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like that is a good concept, but like with my family, we're just like all workaholics. My dad works
You see
from
what I'm saying? You guys, you guys don't have that strong bond, but you guys could have a stronger bond if,
Yeah.
everybody was just, self-sufficient and be like, all right, you know what? Let's all take a trip together and, we just take a month here and we just, do things together and catch up.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
no,
the type of things money could give you. Maybe, all your friends have a fucking crazy time schedule because they're all working, but then you get a lot of money and you're like, yo, I'm free anytime, guys. Just hit me up. And then now you can enjoy more experiences. Because there's a lot of times where, I can't hang out with a lot of friends that I want to hang out with because I got a lot of shit I gotta fucking do, man. I
Yeah.
can't do it. And even the times where I'm done doing all the shit I want to do, I don't want to do shit no more. I just want to fucking stay in my house and
You want
watch
something for
anime.
yourself.
Yeah, fuck
You want
that,
something for
bro.
yourself.
So it's like,
That's why I feel like, you gotta, at the end of the day, it's about you. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's cool to hang out with friends, but at the same time, it's like everyone should have deserved time to themselves.
yeah,
You know
and
what I mean?
that's what I mean with the money thing. It's like I feel
Yeah.
like if you have a certain amount, like you can just do both. You can have the time to
Yeah.
yourself, and then you can have the time for others. But like
Yeah.
with like the way a lot of jobs pay, it's like unless you're doing overtime, you're not really making money, man. You're not really making
Yeah.
money to have a sustainable, happy life. You're having money to get by, but is that really
Yeah.
happiness? Like, I know I have my
Mhm.
hobbies. Like, before, like, I remember before, I could say, like, when I was younger, even though I was the most happiest ever, I didn't really know
Yeah.
my true self. I didn't really know like exactly what I like. I just know that, I was hanging out with my boys, we was having fun all the time. But it's like, what did
Yeah.
I really enjoy? Like, say if everybody was gone, what makes me happy? I didn't know that until it
Yeah.
happened, and then after that, I was just by myself. I was bored every fucking day. I was like, nah, man, I got to figure out like what makes me happy. I knew at least
That's
video games was one of them, of course, because that's what I used to do when I used to hang out with my friends, anyways. But like, what else besides video games? Because you can't play video games every single day and be happy.
no. You can't.
After a while, it gets
It
boring.
Yeah.
gets, it doesn't. It's like you want to do something else.
Yeah, because like if you do
Right?
something all the time, it loses its novelty, right? So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You gotta switch it up.
Right. So
Work
then
out.
I,
Do something
I
creative.
figured out, I like, the hobbies are still like, I like swimming, skateboarding, bike riding, a lot of outdoor activities. But then I was like,
Yeah.
what kind of indoor activities would I like? Because there's times where it's snowing, it's raining, bad
Yeah.
weather and shit. What can I do inside besides video games, Then I
Right.
got into reading, I got into watching anime, reading
Yeah.
manga, browsing forums and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, you know what? I got a good arsenal to where it's like I'm good inside or outside. It don't really matter,
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like these questions I asked, they're subjective. You know what I mean? Everyone has a different, idea of what happiness is. You know what I mean? Also, everyone has a truth or ideal that they live by, that they strongly agree with. You know what I mean? We don't have to. We may not agree with everything, but we could be for others. Like my friend, like I'm respectful towards his idea because like I agree with his idea. Ideas is true, but thing is, the difference between me and him is his ideas might not fit mine because he has that hustler entrepreneurship mindset. I don't. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So for me I get, nobody wants to work for another boss,
Mhm.
especially when the shit is the pays shit. But if you work for another boss, but hey, it's rewarding work, you get paid well, and there's other benefits.
Right.
I don't see a problem with that. You know what I mean? I always feel like, oh yeah, Edwin, like,
Yeah.
yeah, ask Edwin this question. Like, Edwin, like, I know I mentioned about entrepreneurs in
Mhm.
social media, how they push people to be entrepreneurs, and they
Right.
shame those that want to be employees. Like, how do you feel? How
Mhm.
do you feel about that?
I don't know, man. Honestly, it's like I got fed up with those 4X people.
Yeah. No, but it's just like people, like I said earlier. I feel like the problem with this entrepreneurial mindset is, yeah, you could be your own boss. You can have your own business, but most businesses require employees.
Mhm.
So, like, how can you expect everyone to be entrepreneurs when you need employees, no matter,
Yeah, you
you know?
do. You do.
Yeah,
So it's
like
like,
people shit on employees. They shit on this because they feel like, oh, you're a sheep, you're a slave, this and that. But
yeah,
it's like,
man. Even women do it
sheep.
too. They're like, yo, I can't deal with a 9 to 5 nigga. I was like, damn.
And another thing I wanted to say is, a lot of these jobs that are employees,
Mhm.
they're necessary.
Yeah, they are.
We need plumbers.
Like
We
for
need like
example, right?
we need
Everybody was
doctors.
shitting on employees, but look at what happened when COVID happened. What was about the essential workers, man? They were
Yeah,
employees, you know?
yeah. Why you
Yeah,
shitting? Why you shitting on employees? We
yeah,
need employees. So to push this whole entrepreneurial on everybody, it's about fucking 9 to 5. Even 9 to 5s that are great paying jobs, we need employees
yeah.
for the society. If everyone was an entrepreneur or business owner or boss, it would be a monopoly. You know what I mean? It would be a monopoly. People competition. You know what I mean? And thing is, no one would succeed and then everybody would be at odds with each other.
Yeah. By the
You
way,
know?
back to the
Yeah.
whole occupying yourself, right? Look at COVID, man. A lot
Yeah.
of people was fucked during COVID. Whitson, bro, you was struggling kind of during COVID, man. You was struggling, You was not with the not going out stuff, So I'm just
Yeah.
saying, people need to know their hobbies because, like, when it's like when you can't go out, you get pretty lonely if you don't know what to do.
Another
And see, that's the
thing
thing.
now.
How far will your hobby get you? That's the thing. You don't want to do
Yeah.
your passion all the
Another
time,
thing
so that shit
is
gets boring.
Yeah,
another
man,
thing
this
is
man
another thing I
Whistle was
wanted
like, I
another
can't
thing
do
I
this
want
COVID thing.
another thing I want to say is,
Yeah.
this may not apply to everybody. Everyone's different, but how content are with being by yourself? Like, have you learned to live with yourself, like by
Right.
yourself? You know what I mean? Some people like Whitson, he can't handle it as much as I could handle being by myself. I know what it's like to be alone. There's
I
times
was
when
raised by the
All
darkness, molded by
by myself.
it.
oh, darkness,
Hey
my old-"
man. Hey
you know what I
man.
mean? It's like you gotta learn to. I don't know. Personally, I feel like now there's a certain loneliness I can handle.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, I could shut myself from everybody, but like, is that really healthy? There are times you need to be with your friends, and like, I kind of realized it like a while ago, but at the same time,
Exactly.
I could,
Exactly.
but at the same time, for the
Yeah.
most part, I could deal with it because I like my me time. There's times when I could be by myself.
Yeah.
Like I like
Man.
the interest.
I feel like also it depends on like the state that you're at. Because me years ago, bro, I was with my homies on Black Ops 1, fucking
Yeah,
12 hours a day, bro. It didn't matter, man. It didn't matter. I didn't care that I was not going out. I was on it like crazy.
yeah,
So I think it also depends at the current mind state you're in.
yeah, but it also depends how you grow up. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Prior when I was in, I don't know, one time in high school, like all my friends from the neighborhood, no one hit me up. I felt pretty alone. And I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, you only got yourself. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. At the end of the day, you only got yourself. So
Now
when
people
everybody's
hitting you
gone,
up. I don't want to
That's
fucking go
already a
out.
problem.
Why he asking me to go out all the time?
That's a problem.
yeah,
You
that's why like
changed,
I'm okay
Vitaly. You
with being by
changed.
myself. That's how I am. Plus,
That's
you realize some friends ain't your friends. You'd rather be by
that's
yourself.
true too. That's true
Yeah,
too.
you'd
But
rather be
the
by
ones that
yourself.
belong, but the ones that belong, those are the ones you
Yeah,
want
you
with
you
you.
cherish those. You know what I mean? But there's some friends I made along the way. I'm like, you know what? Y'all only hit me up when y'all need me. So it's like, what is something financial, some problem? Like, why I need you for? You don't hit me up to hang out. You
But
know what
tell
I
it, my
mean?
car insurance is due. Where are you at?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
isn't that the
Like,
worst
why?
thing to realize? Like, there's like
I have
some
one
friends
friend.
that's like that.
I have one friend now. This guy, he asks me for money here and there, and he always pay me back. But I noticed something. He only hits me up when he needs something. It's never like, yo, what's going on? You want to hang out? It's never that. Never that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I caught on to it. And I know I didn't tell anyone in my circle of friends about this. Maybe one person, but like that's not the person. That's not the closest person. It's just they know that person. But it's like I have a friend that I should be saying that to because he's close with that person. But I can't say the same about me because he only hits me up when he really needs something. You know what I mean? So it's like I caught on to him, like, so it's like, yeah, he did right by me. I lent him something, he gave it back to me. But at the same time, it was like I said, he only hits up when he needs something. So it's like, is that what a friend is? Now it's okay. Listen, you can ask your friend for favors here and there, but when most of the time it's they generally want to hang out with you, this or that, make plans with you, you start to question the friendship.
Like, you want to hang out with
That's
me? Nah, I
facts,
want you to fix
bro.
my car though, nigga.
That's
Yeah.
facts,
Yeah,
bro.
And I noticed that. And I
That's
Yeah,
noticed
fucked
that.
up. That's
yeah.
fucked
And
up.
this guy is cool, but then again, like compared to other friends, he's good compared to them, but at the same time, it's like I said, he only when he only comes around with something, and those are the kind of people you got to be aware of.
Yeah, you
You
do,
know what I
man.
mean? Yeah, because like it's like, oh, you only need me for this. You don't need me for nothing else. Like, why are you hitting me up for?
Yeah, it's only when you're useful to them that's when they need you,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, that's
yeah.
why I like the
And he
people
hasn't,
I talk to. Like, it's usually people
yeah.
that are like,
And
I
this
know they
friend,
don't need nothing from me, and I don't need nothing for them, and I
yeah, like
enjoy
me, I
talking to
don't,
them. Yeah,
I don't, I if I need something, I don't know.
yeah.
I try to live without seeking help from others,
Me
especially when
too.
it's
I
something
try
I
my
can do.
best to do that too.
You
But
know
there's
what I mean?
also friends
Huh.
where I say this. There's also friends where I haven't talked to for a while, but it's like
Yeah,
I still consider them my friends. It's just like
yeah,
we don't have anything right now that's like linking us together. I should say like a hobby. Like
yeah,
there's some friends like I used to play like for example Destiny. I used to play
yeah.
Destiny with them all the time, but
Right.
Destiny fucking ass, so I'm not playing that shit no more. But then,
Yeah,
I'm playing Call of Duty and other games, but they like other than Destiny, they have sports games, guys. I don't play sports games. They play sports
right.
games. Like they don't play
That's a
Call
waste
of
of my
Duty
time
and
too.
other games like that. So we don't link that way, but I still
Yeah,
consider them my friends.
yeah. Like I got friends I haven't seen in such a long time. Where I barely see every now and then. People got lives. People, people got shit to do. It's like I was telling you guys the other day. Real friends, like real friends don't have to talk to each other every day. You know what I mean? that's what I was trying to believe in. Like I got only got one friend besides you guys that I talk to every day. But like my other good friends, we don't talk a lot. But the friendship is there when we see each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But they also some
Sometimes it's like
friends.
that.
But they also some friends like I mentioned that only come around when you need. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? And that's the thing. And it's always truth.
it's the harsh
That's
truth.
reality.
Like,
You gotta choose your friends.
Choose your
So I
friends,
know, like you
guys.
said, Tom, the other day. I
yeah,
think it was you, Tom, that said
I
it. You
said
can't choose
probably said it.
family, but you can choose friends.
Yeah, that's why I'd be like, yo, your real family is your friends because those are the people
Yeah,
you choose. Your family members you can't choose. Some people are born into like god awful, like fucking like
yeah,
villain tier families, bro. Like it's like how do you make it alive like a same
yeah,
person out of that family? But you can choose your friends, and that's your real family right there. The
And
people
and
you
you know,
choose to be around.
and that's what Kevin Samuels was. I'm not to bring him up, but he was really
yeah,
saying your real family. He said I put my second family first and my first family second. And
Yeah,
I was
that's
like,
what
I
I
know what
do
he meant by
too.
that.
Yeah.
I know what he meant by that until he actually explained it. He was like, well, the guys who were with me from when I was struggling, those are the guys that I put first because those guys were with me every time I needed something, and every time if they needed something, I was there, and they kept pushing me forward every time something went wrong. Those are the guys that I put first. My
yeah,
actual family, my bloodline, those guys were never there for. I mean, if they weren't there, they weren't there. If they were there, they're there. But most of the time, they're not. I'm not going to them. They're not going to me either. So it's like
yeah,
I put them second because at the end of the day, they're not gonna help. They're not gonna help me
Mhm.
like my brothers have, and by
Yeah.
brothers he means his friends, but
Yeah, I
obviously
know.
they're
I
my
know.
brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and that's true. That's true because this things, like I can't go to my families, but I could definitely ask, my friends, you guys, or whatever for whatever I might need, but I still only want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But like
Yeah.
right.
that's just how it is because I
That's how
know
it
for
is, man.
sure who has my back.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's like that. And like Zach said earlier, a couple comments up, he said sometimes your family be holding you back and they be sabotaging you
yeah,
That's
just
facts.
for like dumb reason. Because he was saying like
That's facts.
his family wanted him to be a tattoo artist, but he wanted to go into the army. It's like why?
yeah,
You know, why are you stifling his dream because you want him to be a certain
yeah,
way? You know.
yeah,
Yeah, just do
Or
that shit yourself. Do that shit
sometimes
yourself.
they do it in a, like a passive aggressive way, but I don't think
yeah,
they realize it. Like, say if you like, oh yeah, I want to be this, and they be like, they laugh at you or be like, oh, why you want to do that or some shit like that. Why you questioning what I want to do? That's what I want to do, you know?
right.
I can if you giving a good opinion, then sure. But if you just
Yeah.
like criticizing,
Yeah,
like man, that's just like
I
come on,
mean,
like
yeah,
not even constructively. You're just criticizing just to
right.
criticize.
right. Yeah, but people, it's out of fear too. The thing is, thing like family, they only want the best for you. You know what I mean? And it comes from like they don't
Mhm.
fully understand like what you want to do, so they only look at the odds. Like if you want to be a tradesman
Right.
instead of going to college, people are like, oh no, 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 you should be going to college, get an education. But tradesman is a good career depending on it's a hard it's and that's another thing too. People also trying to push trades too.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about trades. Yeah, trades is a great thing, but it's not glorious work. You're
Mhm.
gonna be working hard. Like yeah,
Yeah.
you make good
Back
money, but
breaking work. You're gonna be
yeah, it's not
always
like
exhausted and tired.
and no, it's true. Like I support trades. I went to a vocational high school, but I feel like there's nothing people trying to push. It should be pushed more, but it's like they're pushing the toxic matter because it's like it's because you gotta look at the facts. Trades work is not easy. It's back, like you
Not.
said, it's backbreaking. Like if you're a welder, right? Not only is that backbreaking, but you're breathing in fumes. That shit's gonna do something to your body.
Oh yeah, that's why they get
Yeah.
paid
Yeah,
like
I
they get
agree
paid
with
standard
Vitaly on
money.
that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Also, electrical. Yeah, it's backbreaking, but also if you make a mistake, that
It's
mistake could
over, bro.
cost you your life.
Yeah, man. Unless you static
That's
shock,
it.
then you know what I'm saying. But other
Yeah,
than
but
that,
I wish it was all Static Shock and Pikachu and this and that, but that's not life. That's
yeah,
not. You gotta be realistic.
yeah, man.
So yes, I agree. Push trades, but don't look at it like. Don't try to put it over this or that. Definitely push trades over bullshit,
Mhm.
but don't push trades over like nurses. But also don't put nurses over trades. You know what I mean? There's gotta don't push one over another, but don't
Right.
don't make it seem like don't be toxic about it. You know what I mean? I feel like I said, I support trades. I support college education as long as it's a marketable degree. But you gotta understand that trades are backbreaking work. They're not glorious. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's not, and it's also competitive. It's competitive.
Yeah.
You know, you
That's
say go
facts.
to trade school, but you're better off. doing an apprenticeship rather than go to trade school. Because at trade school, you get a certificate. But guess what? You need experience.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get experience at trade school, you get a certificate. But if you work as an apprentice, you get the experience, and that's more valuable. At least that's what I think. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
good
So, like,
advice.
and like I said, I see this on Facebook,
Mhm.
pushing entrepreneurship, pushing trades. There's nothing wrong with those things, but don't make it the be all end all because there are drawbacks. You know, especially with the trades. You know, it's hard work, and not everybody could do it. Not everybody could do it.
That's true.
You know, usually like I have a friend. I went to high school with. He's a tradesman. He does HVAC. He wasn't book smart. He wasn't all that, but dude knows how to work. You know, those are kind of people that dude don't need to be doing trades. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, what about the book smart people? Are they good with their hands? You know?
Hey yo,
Hey yo.
hey yo.
Hey, relax. You know what I mean? Like,
Honestly, like I've seen some situation where book smart people can't really do the hands-on experience.
Mhm.
It's like the only thing they know is just the theory behind it. I was like, all right.
that's
Like
why
they told me, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, you know it. Now do it. Here's a tool. I gave
that's
me the
why
wrong tool.
that's where I come in. I feel like
Yikes.
I'm more book smart, so I don't catch on very
Mhm.
quickly when it comes to hands on. But I
Yeah.
want to try. You know, I always try to put my best foot forward. But like, you know, like when I was in high school, when I was doing the HVAC at vocational school, I did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was only getting the best grades in class because I knew the theory. But when it came to the hands-on work, there were other kids doing much better work than I did. You know what I mean? So
Honestly, honestly, that was me in high school. I was like, I'm doing everything ass backwards. Honestly, it's like I'm understanding the hands-on experience, but I'm not understanding the why behind
yeah,
it, the theory behind it. So like
yeah,
every single time I'm in electrical, I'm like, wait, I don't get this. It's not because like I just don't get it. It's because I already know. They teach us how things work, but not why they do it. So honestly, it's like every single time when I'm in electrical engineering, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Because like it actually does this. I was like, holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, everyone has a different full role to fulfill. You know what I mean? Yes, we need to, especially trades. We do got to push trades, but it's not for everybody. It's
Yeah,
not
trades is not for everybody.
for everybody. Do you wanna wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, go to a construction site at 7 in the cold? Do you
Mhm.
want to do that?
No.
I don't want to do that, but that's what comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the benefit of it is you're gonna learn that's always gonna be marketable. You're gonna learn a skill. You don't need to. If you're a plumber, you don't need to call another plumber. You could do it yourself.
Yeah, man. And you know,
Yeah,
funny, a lot of
That's
people look
fact.
down on plumbers too. That's the
they
crazy
do.
thing.
Plumbers
Nah,
make
But they
they the
make a lot of
backbone.
money.
Yeah,
But here's the
No, but
thing.
I'm saying like societally, they
Here's
look
the
down
thing.
on them even though they make a lot of money.
Here's the thing. I wanted to say. When I was in high school, did an internship at a plumbing company. Most of the guys told me go to college. They said, "Yeah, this is a good thing to do, but go to college." Like those guys, like they wish they went to school, did something more, did something better.
That's because they've been through situations to where
Yeah, they
they feel
know.
like they shouldn't have to go through this. But I get
Yeah,
that.
Mhm.
they know what the career is like. A plumber telling me go to push for trade school. I'm gonna want to listen to the plumber because they know what
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna
That's
want to listen to, you
Here,
know,
here's what I say
that's.
on that. Oh, let me know when you do.
yeah,
But
Oh no, I
here's
was
what
about to
here's,
say that's just kind of like where I said before, where it's like you don't ask a bum for financial advice. You ask somebody who
yeah,
actually did it.
that's
yeah,
a fact. But
Yeah.
here's what I'll say about that. If you are young, like how I was young, if you are young, and you are moving boxes for FedEx Ground, and they tell you to don't go to school,
get
then
laid that fucking job.
then you better leave that job as soon as possible. As soon
You know,
as
it's
possible.
funny.
But like the thing is with younger people, they're impressionable, so
I was
they're
that
most
kid
likely
though.
gonna believe the other person.
I was that kid. The thing is, I was that kid moving. I remember when I first came down here from Florida.
Wait,
I
came down here. Don't you mean up here?
Yeah, okay. Came up here from I came up here and I did FedEx for like I did that as a summer job. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm making this is back when like I think it was $10 an hour, like 2014. $10 was like the minimum wage or something like
Yeah,
that. I don't remember, 10 or 12. Anyway, I was making like $10 an hour, working like 8 hours, moving boxes. So I'm like, damn, this is some back breaking work. Like like for 8 hours a day for 5 days a week, and you know how much I came back with for the week? I came back
$70.
with I came back with 266 for the
Yeah,
whole entire week, and
bruh.
I was busting my ass, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
was
got a
like,
story like
yo,
that too. After you done.
I was like,
I'm
yo.
gonna say my story after
Uh,
Tamba.
uh.
You know,
But yeah, so what happened was
I got
after
my
I've been,
story after Vitaly.
but
Nah,
no,
we
like
all got
after,
scared like that. That's what
yeah,
it is.
and the thing is, like, when I was working in Manhattan when I was working for FedEx, so I was literally delivering to like all these companies like Pop Sugar, Google, AT&T, all that shit.
Mhm.
And then I'm like, when I walked inside these facilities, I was like, wow, this is beautiful. Look at all these people in here. They have like dogs running in their little their rooms and everything, stress balls on the floor so people could roll around and shit, working
Yeah.
in their cubicles. Like it wasn't even like a cubicle, like the standard cubicle you'd see in like what like the basic cubicle thing. It was like open, bright windows open. I'm like, yo, where can I get a job like this? And the one of the guys like, yo, stay in school, man, because like, that's how you get a job like this, like just stay in school. Like, and I'm like looking around, I'm like, yo, these guys are like news analysts, coders, engineers, like
Yeah.
like people who talk about like publicity, not publicity, talk about social media, stuff like that. It's just like you can literally be a little guy
Mhm.
doing a little job, and you could literally you could see all these big positions that you probably never knew existed because you've never been exposed or experienced any of that. Like
Mhm.
I could have just been like, I don't know about the rest of these people who work on FedEx, like, but like around in the community in Brooklyn, but like thank God I was in Manhattan, because like I would have never saw that change. I would have
Mhm.
never seen all these opportunities that the world, America had to offer, that that I could have just literally just been moving box for the rest of my life. And there was a guy that I worked with. I don't know if he's still alive, but this man was like, yo, I've been doing this job for about 16 years. I'm working for so the boss was Asian and he owns the
Yeah.
route. And it was only three of us. It was like me, the other guy, and another guy. But the main guy, he worked there for like 16 years. He was getting paid more than me and the other guy. And he was like, at most he was making like let's say like almost 400 a week. And that's
Damn.
besides the point. But the thing is that he literally broke both his ankles at a point at the same time. And then after he broke both his ankles, he came right back to doing his job. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, he was like, had I been anybody else, I would have
Yeah,
broke my
let
ankles
go.
and been replaced. Because
Yeah.
they're not waiting for you. I'm telling you, a job like that, they're not waiting for you to get
Yeah.
back, get better. They're gonna find you, replace you, and throw you, or throw you away.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is the job. And then that's when I realized, I was like, wow,
Mhm.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
I really
Sa-
cannot do this anymore.
Same for
Like,
me because like in my situation, bro, this is the first job I ever worked in 2013 after I, graduated high school and stuff like that. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get a job. And I said, yo, what kind of job do I think is gonna be nice? Oh, Dwayne Reed. Dwayne Reed looks so nice. Anytime you go into any Dwayne Reed, they don't look like shit ever. So
Tommy, can I just interrupt 1 second?
yeah.
When I was in high school, you know what the best job was working?
What?
GameStop or Foot Locker.
and
And
yeah,
it's not the case, right?
it was definitely
Games and sneakers is what I still care about games. Sneakers I don't,
Mhm.
but that seemed like the dream. But anyway,
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
definitely
I,
was.
I think I could know where you go with that. But anyways, back to my story, right? So I'm going for interviews, and I get a Dwayne Reed job, even though like the person who was helping me like find the
Yeah.
jobs, he was just helping me find random jobs, and he was like, "Oh, yo, go to this location." It's like, "Oh, it's a Dwayne Reed." I was like, "Oh shit, let me be on my fucking A game with this interview." And
Yeah.
this was at the time where I don't know why I never liked eye contact, so it's like. It kind of weirded me out to look at it. Somebody who's not my friend in the fucking eye. I was like, oh nah, but I forced myself to do it. And they was like, I like his energy during that interview. Well, you're hired, right? I'm hype as hell. I go to the job, and we had to do mad fucking shit. Kind of like what you were saying with because I was doing stock, but then they made you do other stuff too. So like, just because you did stock, don't mean that you didn't have to know how to do the cashier and
That's
fucking
a fact.
mop the floor and all this other do deliveries and all this other shit. So I was doing stock, breaking my back, picking up these heavy ass boxes, stocking it on the shelves fast as fuck. And one time my back I felt like my back crack a little bit. I was like, oh nah. But I was like, it's gonna be worth it because I'm gonna be out here making good money, man. I get my
Hey,
first paycheck. That shit said $200 after I bust
Ooh.
my ass so fucking hard. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I said, is there a mistake on the check?" He goes, "Nah, that's the check, man. Congratulations."
he's
I
like,
said,
nah, that's the check.
I said, in my head, because I didn't want to say anything to see my grandpa. I was just like, "Hey, congratulations. What is he talking
Yeah.
about? Congratulations, son." I go home. I was mad as hell. I was like, "Oh, nah." Because also, to get to that job, this is the biggest part. To get to that job, it took an hour train ride to get there, right? But when you coming back, it takes 2 hours because I left in the night shift, and you know how the trains is in the night.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. So I had to take multiple trains to get there, and it's like I get there in the morning, it takes me an hour, but I get back home, it takes me 2 hours for $200. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Oh, good.
after a month, I just made up an excuse. I said, "Nah, my school's mad far." He said, "Where you go to school to?" I said, "Nah, don't worry about it, man. I just don't think it's gonna work out." And I just left and never came back, bro. I was mad, bro. Cause I was working so hard, like my body always felt exhausted as hell, bro.
Yeah,
Just for
man.
two hundred
And you
dollars.
know what's crazy? There, when I told the guy, the boss, that, he was like, "Oh, well, we'll do this and go to school." I was like, "What the fuck?" But
Some bosses don't care.
shout out to leaving bum ass jobs.
Yeah.
Some bosses don't care. Yeah, you guys are done, right?
Yeah, I'm done. Your turn.
Luckily, I had bosses that did care. Luckily, I had bosses that did care. Like
Mhm.
my first job out of high school was a porter job,
Yeah.
and I've been doing it on and off. I was a temp,
Mhm.
so I never got a full-time position. And my first, and I told them I'm in school, and it was like cool, definitely stay in school. But it wasn't until like 2017, and I started doing this job 2013. It wasn't until 2017 where I got a new super,
Mhm.
and the position I was doing at the time. It was my first year being a doorman. Is when I pretty much got, basically, when you become a porter to doorman, it's kind of a promotion, but you don't get no better pay. The only benefit is you don't have to work as hard, and you get better tips during Christmas.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the position I was filling in was a position that was basically needed to be filled because I was filling it for a doorman that left, and I went to my new super, and I thought this guy was a hard ass. I remember the first day he was asking me so many questions. I thought this guy was trying to like, I thought this guy was a genuine asshole. But then I went up. Then one day I came up to him. Hey, I'm like, hey, Andy, listen, I don't know, like, he's new, so he probably didn't know about the position. I'm like, I told him I'm interested in the full-time position. He was like, okay, but then he asked me, "Are you in school? You're a young man. What are you doing here?"
Oof.
You know,
Mm.
and this is the
Came
building.
at
This is
your
the building
life.
super. This is the building super. Now, building super is a good job. It's not easy to do. You gotta. It's not an easy job to get into. But it's a very rewarding job. You get a free apartment. You make probably six figures. It's a good job, but it's
Mm.
stressful too. And and you always, out of all my other supers before, some of them are like, they were cool with me going to school. They even
Mhm.
let me like work part time, and come here. But I know by the time he became a super, I was done.
Mhm.
So I was done. I was like, fuck this. I don't want to go to school no more. And he's like I said, you're a young man. You should be focusing on school. And he was right. He was like, go to school. Don't waste your time here. Even if you want to become a super. He never said that, but like he's right. Even if you want to become a super, listen, you're young, focus on school, get education. You know what I mean? Even he told me, I think he fucked up. That's probably why he's like, yeah, go to school. And and when I told him back to school, he was real happy. Even he let me work part times on the
Mhm.
weekends
Mhm.
because at the time when school started for me, when I first went back to City Tech,
Mhm.
my coworker that has cancer, I told you about him. He came back,
Yeah.
so like, and then the position I was originally filling in was
Mhm.
filled in because another guy was waiting for because he had seniority. He was already a full time guy. I was a temp, so there was really no room for me as a full time worker. But because as a doorman, you always need coverage, so I would come in on the weekends if necessary, or whenever I had whenever I was free from school. That's when I came in, and it worked. And yeah, it worked out. And then going back to the previous job, the one I fucking hate, the one you always hear me complain about. Even my boss then, now this boss, even he was like, he was like, I should be doing a trade instead of going to school. And I agree with him, definitely. Why, be an electrician, right, and be an engineer, because the market's tough. But even when I told him I wanted to quit because school was getting in the way, he was like, school comes first. No matter what, school comes first. And I wasn't expecting it from him. I thought he was gonna fucking wild out on me, but
Wait,
when
so
I
when I
came-
defeat the purpose of, because he said he wanted you to do a trade verse, right?
well, yeah, he did. Like when I told him, he was like, but the point is, like, he worked with me in school. Like, he told me, I told him I was gonna go to school. He didn't want to keep me on because I was going to school. You're right.
Yeah.
I missed the purpose, but we worked it out. But then, like, a month after school started, like in October, that's when I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And he told me, listen, school's important. Take care of that first.
All right. So
You know
now
what I
I
mean?
gotta say, do you think it's cultural? Because Zach said that he thinks the go to school thing is cultural, just like how they say women should get married as when they're young is a cultural thing. Do you think that's true?
When you read this question, I think the go to school thing too, just like how women think they should get married or they're falling. The government has people think they're supposed to work, go to school, just keep working, retire when they're deaf. And the question is it cultural?
Yes. Is it cultural? Do you think
It
that's
is
true?
definitely cultural. It
Yeah.
definitely is cultural because that's what society, that's like everyone, they push everyone to go to school, you get a good job. That's what we've been believed to. That's what we've been made to believe, but that's not always the truth because there are people who don't go to school and then still successful. You know what I mean? There's different paths,
Right.
but school is seen as the safe route. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
Yeah. It
And
is
yeah,
seen as a
we
safe
shouldn't
route.
be working just to live and then retire when we're near death. That's not also right. We
Yeah.
should be able to retire when we should be able to retire. Like, that's what I like about the city jobs. The city jobs, you put 20 years down.
Mhm.
Once 20 years down, you can retire. You're
Right.
gonna have a pension for 20 years. And thing is, those jobs you can retire. If you start at 20, you're gonna probably retire when you're 45 or 50.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. And the thing is, my neighbor from across the street, he's a cop. And
Mhm.
well, he was a cop.
Mhm.
I don't know his full story,
Mhm.
but it sounds like he was doing it since he was in his 20s, and he's like I believe he's in his early 50s. He's chilling, man.
Mhm.
He's chilling. He walks his two dogs all the time.
Yeah.
I think he has property that he's getting money from.
Mhm.
He's chilling, man. I mean, he was a cop. A cop is not an easy job,
Right.
especially NYPD. You know what I mean? So he's seen a lot of shit, but right now he's enjoying his retirement. And I believe one of my brother's friends, he's a firefighter.
Mhm.
Dude, I think he's well into his 50s. The dude got into an accident. A fire truck ran over his foot,
Mhm.
and he was able to get a settlement. I believe he was able to retire. Dude was living like a king. You know what I mean? Like, some jobs, they have the option that you can retire early and you'll collect the pension. But not every job does it. Most job probably expect you to work till you're 60.
Bro, most
Yeah,
jobs expect you to work till you're dead, bro. I
yeah,
feel like
that's what
because
it is.
yo, in my job, right? I was
Yeah,
telling my coworker yesterday, bro. Like, there's this dude I work with, right?
yeah,
And this dude, like, he just like he pretty much like he got the easy job. He's supposed to be doing like patrols outside, but he don't he don't even really be doing that. He be chilling, but like, bro,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on with his life, but he usually all right. He do be hating, like he hates talking to people, but he pretty chill with me. So this dude
yeah,
comes in last week. He goes, man, I'm tired of this shit. I can't take it no more. I was like, oh god, like what the
yeah,
fuck? He coming in like that. So I go, yo, what's up, man? What's wrong? How you doing? He was like, don't you fucking listen to me, you fucking kid. Nah, I don't let nobody fucking talk to me no kind of way. I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
curse him out until I looked, cause I was watching YouTube. I was cooling, and I
right,
looked up and I looked into his eyes, and I see like he looked like he was about to cry. Like he looked like his life was fucked up. I go,
yeah,
all right, man, what's going on, bro? What's up, man? And he goes,
yeah,
he goes, yeah, man, I'm old, I'm 60 something, whatever age he said, my bones is hurting, this landlord is telling me this, and that, I can't take it, man, I'm about to just give him my papers and be done. I was like,
yeah,
shit, man, he's breaking down, and then and that's one of the worst things that, like, could
I
happen
heard.
in my life. I feel like I would just commit suicide before then because I seen when I was in the supermarket, there was a guy, he looked like he was 80 or 70,
Yeah,
and he's sweeping and shit he's going slow because he's fucking old. He looks old as hell.
Yeah.
He look like he shouldn't even be working that job, to be honest. What you doing
Yeah.
sweeping floors in the supermarket at that age? And I seen like some young hotshot dude with the fucking douchebag Bluetooth headphone. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Not like AirPods. This was before AirPods and
Yeah.
I
stuff.
know you're talking about like
You-
the Bluetooth, the generic one they put on your right ear.
Yeah, and it's black and it has the blue
Like
light.
the BlackBerry days.
Yeah, the BlackBerry days. Yeah, he coming like that, and this dude, he must have been like late 20s, early 30s or something like that. He just comes in, hey, what the fuck you doing? Sweet faster, going in on this dude, and I was like, bro, that just burned something like a fire inside of me. I was just like, yo, I was just watching that scene, and I was like, yo. No matter what happens, that cannot be my life. I don't care what happens, God.
And
That
that's
just
what-
cannot be
and
my life.
I wanna-
I'd
I
have to
wanna
be good before
I
then.
want to digress.
What
That's
you
what it
doing,
comes
sweet
back to. I want to digress real quick. That's what comes back to being happy.
Right.
Choosing happiness over, because if you love what you do, you never. They say
But
this
like,
shit.
not to cut you off, let me just say this:
Yeah.
there's no reality where he loves that job and he's making
Yeah.
good, or he doesn't love that job but he's making a lot of money. It's
Yeah.
both situations. He hates
Yeah.
that job and he's not making a lot of money, and that's for
Yeah.
majority of the people,
Yeah.
But go ahead.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but saying yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you need to. I get happiness should be a main priority. I mean, and when you're not, and when you choose other things over happiness, you could be that old person
Yeah.
nearing your retirement age and you're still working. Feel
Right.
like, what I mean? And I get that. No one wants to be that.
Yeah, man, because that
You
shit
know,
shook me, bro. And this
that
was at
shit-
the
that's
time
what-
when I was a teen, like 18 or whatever. I
Yeah.
saw that shit. I was like, oh, nah,
No, you
bro.
want to be 60s, already retired. You want to have,
Yeah,
want to be happy. But you can always, but I feel like it's never too late to attain happiness.
yeah. I don't know if you know who Jordan Peterson is?
I heard about it. I'm here. I'm still on it ever since I've been
Yeah,
on
you
this
should
red
watch
pill
him.
journey. I've heard his name a couple
Oh,
times.
I already say he red pill, but he's more like a philosopher type of dude, and he has like really great advice for your life. But one thing he says is like you can either sacrifice now or you can sacrifice later. And what he means is
Yeah.
like you could sacrifice now by working super hard, not really having a life, but like attaining everything you need. So when you're older, maybe 40s, 50s, 60s, or maybe if it takes a little bit longer, 70s, you'll be able to retire and enjoy life then. Like, yeah, and when I was young, I used to be like, man, who wants to enjoy life then? Man, fuck that shit. I want to enjoy life when I'm young, because that's when you have the most, like, I guess, fire. You want to do a lot of different things. Your ideas is like you still have an imagination. You still have a lot of ideas of things you want to do. But then it's like, if you do that, which what a lot of people do, is you find yourself that now you're like maybe 50s, or 60s, and you haven't done shit in your life but just fucking indulge in every single impulse you have, and then now
Yeah.
you have to work forever until you die, pretty
Right.
much, right?
Funny that you say that, because I agree with that. The thing is, my neighbor, he was telling me when he was growing up,
Mm-hmm.
all his friends used to clown him, be like, you work so hard all this. And now he tells me, while he's the one retired, enjoying his retirement, his friends, the ones that are clowning him, are the ones that are still working hard.
Yeah,
what I mean?
like that.
Do you
Yeah,
want-
for
would you
example.
rather work, like, you can have your fun in your 20s or 30s, but when you're in your 50s, 60s, your body's not gonna handle the youth anymore. So would you rather enjoy your life at an older age when you're aging, when your body's not holding up as much, or would you and work hard in your youth,
Yeah,
or would you rather enjoy your life but then have to enjoy your life now, partying, whatever it is that people do, whatever it is
Yeah.
that close to go, and then you gotta like you're well into your 50s, well into the age of retirement.
mm-hmm,
I'd rather be the one that working hard right now,
mm-hmm.
enjoying my retirement well into my 50s, than the one trying to what's it called? Trying to enjoy life now. You know what I mean? You can always enjoy life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like me, I guess when I'm that age, I'm hoping the way to enjoy my life is I'm gonna have grandkids and I'm gonna put them onto all the video games and anime that
This is what I was watching when you guys were wee whippersnappers. They call that Jujutsu Kaisen.
don't praise that you witch. I was there when it was written. Yeah, and there's listen, And you know that how they say women age like fine wine, women age like wine, but then same thing, guys.
Whoa, whoa. Women is like spoiled milk, Vitaly.
Yeah,
Sorry to
yeah,
fucking
that's
burst
what
your bubble, my guy.
no, that's what they say, but
Yeah.
that's what I've heard all my life, and yeah, you got a point. They do, especially those that have been
Yeah, they be
through the
looking
whole
fine
community.
as hell, and then after a while, it's just like,
Yeah.
God
But there are
damn.
some women. Listen, there are some that do age fine. There are
Yeah,
some women.
some women age like wine, but that's a small
Yeah,
amount. Majority of them
yeah.
just go
But
like,
men, we only get better.
hmm but
Because we're not desirable as we young, but as we get older, listen, I was kind of an ugly duckling. Now, y'all say I'm a Chad. I think I'm alright looking.
yeah, man,
I'm no pretty boy, but people say I am, so I don't know.
yeah, man. Listen,
Yeah.
man,
But
it's
yeah, but I
just.
feel like
Hey man, you're kind of beautiful. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, yo.
I'm flattered. I'm flattered. Thank you, my good chum. I'm flattered. But
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
like I said, back to the topic of like bosses and works,
Mhm.
school. Like, I was fortunate to have bosses that understand and bosses that push me to go to school.
Mhm.
I mean, not everybody has that. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. It's a privilege. I'm lucky that
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah. Nah.
And,
It's just.
um,
I don't
and
know,
yeah,
man.
I think Edwin is next to explain his side.
Yeah. Go ahead, Edwin.
I was just saying that just because everybody had a story.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Oh, so you don't have a story.
But
Okay.
honestly, no, I'm just gonna agree with Vitaly. That's like it's nice to have bosses that actually look out for you and tell you how the
Yeah.
reality of life is. Honestly, it's just that it's like at first I was just gonna go for work because like I told myself like yo fuck this shit. I ain't ready for school. Like I hate school. I hate
Yeah.
working harder than it really is. And he was like whoa whoa
Mhm.
whoa whoa
Mhm.
whoa. I was like there's more into aviation than you think. It's like if you go to school, you'll experience a lot of opportunities that's gonna be there that you don't know. That right now is like where you're at right now, you're alright, but you could get better. Like
Right.
and I know you want to be better. And like I'm telling you right now, just go to school. You're gonna
Mhm.
see the opportunities that are gonna be there, and maybe you're gonna get a different perspective. Like maybe this career path isn't for you. Maybe you're gonna just see something that you're destined to do.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, man.
It's like
That's
it's
that's
funny you
all
say
the
that,
journey,
man.
man.
It's like that. Like back to the whole like being a tradesman, right? Like I was telling my friend, when I was in a welding program with him,
Yeah.
and I told him, listen, yeah, you could be a welder, but getting the proper education requirements with some degrees or certificates. Do you want to be working for 20 years breathing in fumes, or do you want to be, put 10 years down breathing in fumes, but then 10 years you managing people? Do you want to be a foreman, or do you want to be just a worker?
Yeah.
I
Bro.
mean, that's the thing that comes with education. It could be degrees, it could be certificates, or it could just be based on seniority and skill. You
Yo.
want to rise up. You don't want to just stay in one spot. You know what I mean? Also, like I said with trades, like I said, your trades are backbreaking. You want to become a wait. What happened?
No, I was gonna say, bro. Like, I just wanted to cut in real quick. This guy goes, tell him college has no age limit, and yo, that is
Oh damn, I'm
facts because
phasing
we
out.
we gotta
Damn,
pay 4K
that's
for
crazy.
college, and then like these fucking old ass people. I be seeing 60-year-old fucking college students, and they pay 65, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Oh
man,
yeah,
that's
I
all I had
phased
to
out.
say.
I phased out.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I heard. Well, I heard.
Yeah, you phasing out.
So,
You
and
phasing
there's
out.
a there's gonna be a recurring gag.
Yeah,
Damn, that's
recurring
crazy.
gag.
So, if we decide to keep going on with this podcast, that's the thing.
Yeah, if we do,
Yeah,
man,
but
we
yeah,
went on pretty long. An hour 40,
yeah,
man. It's pretty
we're doing
good,
good.
man. Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, with school, it
Mhm.
could be. I feel like it could be in the form of degree, it could be in the form of certificates. It's gonna, you want to increase, you want to be better. Like I
Yeah.
said, do you want to be a welder, working 30 years, breaking your back, or do you want to be a foreman or a
Mhm.
manager? Your choice. I'd rather
Yeah.
be the manager. So that means if I got to get a degree, that means I'll do that. I don't want to be breaking my back.
Yeah.
I could be managing people, be their boss or supervisor. You know what I mean? Or
Mhm.
start your own business. Have your own business.
Right.
Start your own company. And that's the thing, like you said, that when yeah, like you say, if you didn't go to college, you would have been already aviation, but
Yeah.
without going to college, without getting certain requirements, you won't be able to move on up. You know, you won't be in a better spot. You
Yeah.
know, always look for better. Never settle for less.
Yeah, that's gonna I always tell myself like I'm not happy where I am. Like I can still do much better.
Mhm.
Rex, Rex said some people do college for fun. People go to college just to fucking
Bro, if I
party.
had money, I would go to college for.
I wouldn't even want to go to college. I don't even want to
I would
go
go to
upstate.
college because I like I like certain classes in college. I'll say that. Like the
Yeah.
philosophy classes to me in college were all fire, bro. I don't care.
Yeah,
Okay.
fuck that class.
Yeah, Brian, I'm dudes who $200 shoes and ride a train. That's because I don't need a. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. It
He
is sad.
calling
But then
you
again,
out, bro.
no, it is
Oh
true. Like,
yeah,
it is
you
sad.
got Supreme sneakers, man.
Hey,
Get
I
this
got
guy,
them for free.
Brian.
I got them
He
for
got
free. I
Supreme
got them for
sneakers,
free.
bro.
I got them for free. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you why if you want me to explain. But the thing is, listen, it is sad. But the thing is, we live in New York City. Do you need a car in New York City when
Ooh.
everything's accessible? No.
Actually, all right, let's talk about that, bro. I can't
Yeah,
apply to the fucking thing that you sent me for the what was it for the
train.
MTA because
Yeah.
I had that same mentality. Do you need a
Yeah.
car in NYC? But if I had my fucking permit and my license, then I could have applied to that. But I did not
Yeah.
because I had the mentality. So you do
No.
still need it. And by
Yeah,
the
you
way, if
do.
we think about 80% of this country, you need a car for 80% of this
Yeah,
country, man.
New York City
It's just New
is
York
different
City.
because there's so much. Listen, unless you're going to another borough except Manhattan, like if you're going to Staten Island, if you're going to the
Mhm.
Bronx, or you're going to outer boroughs,
Yeah.
there's no reason why you need a car because you have public transit. Yeah, public transportation sucks. Like
Mhm.
MTA sucks, but it's like, and also listen, a car is is a liability.
Mhm.
You know, you got to pay gas, you got to pay insurance. Something happens,
Yeah.
people don't have money for that. I could buy a car. People always holler me, yo, why don't you get a car? I don't go nowhere outside of Manhattan or downtown Brooklyn. And those
Right.
places, the parking there sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why am I gonna stress? And yeah, listen, it is sad. Like why are people with $200 sneakers riding a train? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's sad. I am one of those people, but there's a reason why. It's
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
I don't
don't
need it.
call me out. Don't call me out like that.
No, it's good to call out. Listen, it's good to call out, but we
Mhm.
gotta look at all the possibilities. We're not trying
Mhm.
to make excuses. We're trying to look at facts. At the end of the day, we live in New York City.
Yeah,
Right.
the parking just sucks in
Expensive.
general.
It's expensive, and parking. You know, yeah, they all those. Yeah, they all those.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not gonna. You know, me. I don't really care for sneakers as much no more. Like I haven't bought a pair in over a year. I still like it. Like I like sneakers, but it's not important to me anymore. I gotta pay for school. But then again,
Oh man.
I do pay money on Pokemon cards. You know, so it's like, yeah,
You
it's
got no room to complain, bro.
yeah. Like I'm making, I did, yeah, I'm making. Said is a fact is a good argument because, like I said, we live in New York City. If you ain't going to Long Island, if you ain't going to the outer boroughs of Queens,
Mhm.
Staten Island, the Bronx, what you need a car for? Especially when
Right.
Manhattan is and downtown Brooklyn, it's hard to.
Mhm.
It's hard to park. It's a pain.
No,
Yeah,
it
you
is
need
a
a car
pain
for
to park.
Texas. Yeah,
Yeah.
even for Long Island, you need a car in Long Island because it might be 5 minutes by car, but it's like an hour by other modes of transportation.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it depends. But yeah, it is sad. People that would that all flexing, taking the train.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like what are you doing with your life? But
Yeah,
you gotta
man.
understand.
Because bro, there's this guy in my job, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
well,
one of those people. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people. But then again,
yeah.
I have
Well,
Mhm.
why? I just never understood the mentality of flexing hard.
Yeah,
Because I ask you this, right? I
yeah,
remember when I was young, man, and they got me
yeah,
too. They got me for a period. I joined the club for a
yeah.
short, like 6 months in my life. Then I was like, why did I even spend all this money? I didn't get anything out of this. But yeah, um, there's this guy in my job, right? When before COVID happened, he used to work at the gym or whatever. He would come in iced out, Gucci headband, Balenciaga shoes,
Yeah.
other just designer clothes. He looked like he was a 10 millionaire, not even a millionaire. A millionaire would have do it justice. And then, I remember we both went to the subway, right? He was there before me, but I went to the subway. I usually talk to the subway guy. He's African too, so I usually talk to him about just random stuff. You know, we just kick it before I go on my break. And then this dude goes, "Hey man, I'm kind of short on cash. Could you spot me a sandwich?" And we just looking at him like, "You dressing better than both of us combined. Like, what are you talking about? Spot you a sandwich?"
Yeah,
And
it's sad sometimes. People that dress better than you, and
yeah,
I
they
see,
dress like
yeah,
crazy, and I seen it on the train too. Somebody
yeah,
here with like a Gucci sweatpants, and then he's
yeah.
in a Gucci sweatpants asking for change. Why are you asking me
Like
for
how,
money? You gotta go
like
sell
how,
that
like
Gucci
these,
sweatpants and then go, start asking for money. What are you doing?
yeah, yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, look. If you're gonna ask somebody,
Mhm.
look broke. Don't look rich.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
and that's why
don't
like
look, don't even look rich. Don't look fly.
yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
but I feel
why
like
my philosophy now is like cause I remember I was walking through the hood one time, right, and
Yeah,
this is when I was young, and cause I was like, man, nah, everybody looks fly, I gotta look fly too, so it's like.
yeah,
In high school, I started buying my true religious stuff and stuff like that, and I was like, man, I spent so much money on that. I just can't justify. I don't know how these people do it. So then, like, my philosophy is they're either all wearing fake stuff or they're all broke as hell. Cause then I thought about it. I was like, how you that rich and you're in the hood? It don't make sense. You're dressing fly every day, but you're still in the hood. Like it
yeah.
just doesn't compute. Like, do you not realize the value of money? Cause once I bought that, once I paid for it and I had it in my house, I was just like, damn, bro. Yes, I look
Mhm.
good, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I just stopped
Right.
doing that.
Yeah, I
And it
can't
only
speak
took me
on.
one purchase to realize that, man.
Yeah, I can't speak on like people from the hood because I'm not from the hood. Therefore, I can't really have a say in it. But
Yeah, you're
thing
from
is,
the
from what I
suburb, gated
understand,
community,
yeah,
gold,
I'm
the
a white.
fountains,
I'm a white. From
Gucci
listeners,
helicopters flying in to pick you up to
yeah.
school.
Thing is, like I hear from my friends. The thing is, thing is, hood is a different environment.
Mhm.
That's what they know. You
Right.
know what I mean? They grow up differently. Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean I agree with everything because I feel like certain things is not right. Yeah, but that's the environment they grew up in. They have no. That's all they know, and the chance for opportunity isn't as frequent. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't have a say in it. I can't speak on it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean I agree with everything, but you got to look at that. People from those areas, there's not that much opportunity. They get stuck in those ways. Can you
That
blame
is
them? No.
true. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, because
But
like
I
you
do
get
hear stories.
indoctrinated.
But I do hear stories of people that are from there that make it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's
man.
like, it's. I guess everybody's different. Not everybody has the opportunity, and
Yeah,
life
man.
can happen. Like there's one kid I know.
Uh-huh.
I know he's from my neighborhood, but he has a mentality.
Mhm.
Mhm.
One thing about my neighborhood, there's a lot of people that come from the hood,
Mhm.
but they still have that mentality.
Yeah,
They're
because
gonna
it's like they get you when you're young, and that's the thing with
yeah,
a lot of things in life. They
yeah,
get you when you're young. I don't know
and
why I had iron willpower, but like I
yeah,
remember when I was like, I think it was like when I was 7, right? Yeah,
yeah,
it's either 7 or 8 or something like that, right? I was hanging out at my friend's house and stuff like that, and there was these older dudes. They're probably like maybe in like late middle school to early high school. I'm
yeah,
hanging out with my boy and stuff, and they're like, "Yo, man, come upstairs with us," and like. I guess my boy knew that he went upstairs and then he just fucking brought out a box of cigarettes and he was like, "Yo, y'all smoke this shit." I was like,
yeah,
"Hell fucking no, man! I'm out of here." And then my friends was allowed to do that shit. I was like, "Yo, guys, we fucking out of here. What are you guys doing? Like, don't smoke that." I don't
yeah.
know why I had that iron willpower. I was like,
That's
but
good.
yeah, it was good because there was a lot of moments like that. They
Yeah,
wanted me to rob somebody. They wanted me, beat
no,
somebody up. They wanted me, to smoke weed and stuff like that. And a lot of times I don't know why. I just had the iron willpower to just be like in front of
it's good.
everybody. Nah, I'm not. Hell no, I'm not doing that
Yeah,
shit. And then they'll be like, "Oh, you're a lame ass nigga. Fuck out of here, bro." And then I'd be like, "All right, man. Well, fuck you too, then, bitch." And then I just leave, right? But some of my friends, well, actually, a bunch of them got caught up into that lifestyle. Even one of my friends got like
yeah.
fucking 5 years for armed robbery in jail because
Oh
he got
shit.
deep into that lifestyle. And I was
Yeah.
just like, damn, man, that's unfortunate to hear.
So like the kid I'm talking about, when I met him, he was kind of in and out of trouble, from what I remember.
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, he follows me on Instagram. Damn, yo, this kid's playing basketball. He looks like he's playing college basketball. It looks like he got something going for himself. I remember I was talking to him. He was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to make things better for myself, you know." And then like some time passed, and I see him all tatted up, and it's like I don't think he's doing the basketball shot. I think he got caught in some shit, and
Yeah.
I don't know this full situation, so I can't speak on it. But it's like it's kind of sad, like you seeing that it looks like he was trying to get his life on track, but something happened.
Yeah, it's like, and it's
Unfortunately,
sad
you
to
gotta
know
resort
that
to
you
it,
know them,
and
like you grew
you
up with
gotta
them.
resort. And some people they have to resort back to these ways. I
Yeah,
may not
man.
understand it because I didn't grow up in that environment. And it may be
I did, bro.
different to me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But like that's why I'm only giving a view on it.
yeah.
Like I can't give a full because my opinion may not matter because I'm not from there. You know what I mean? You're not from there. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be talking on it.
Nah, I'm
But I'm just
from there, but it's like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I just had this like iron willpower to just be like, I
yeah,
don't care. Like, maybe you know what? Maybe it is. I already had like a group, of friends, so it's not like I
yeah,
felt the need to be accepted. Maybe that's what it was. I already
yeah.
had my group, so it's like, if you bums don't accept me, well, fuck y'all too. I don't accept y'all,
It's
But
good.
it's like
It's good that
maybe,
you
maybe if I didn't have that group, because a lot of people do these things. Why? To get accepted. Why do you
yeah,
get initiated into a gang? You get beat up. They're
yeah,
like, yeah, I got a group of brothers. I know if something happened, they got my back. I got their back. I already
yeah,
had that, so maybe that's why I never felt pressured or inclined to have
yeah,
to do some of these things. But what if I didn't have that? Maybe I'll be like, no,
yeah,
let's fucking rob that dude. Fuck it, let's do it.
yeah,
I might have said
yeah.
that. You know?
Yeah, that's the thing. As a kid, we want to fit in. We want to
Yeah.
fit in.
Everybody wants to
And
fit.
then
Not
you,
even as a kid. Everybody just wants to fit in.
yeah,
You know?
yeah, and everyone wants to be with the cool kids, but the cool kids don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you want to be ashamed
Mhm.
when your nerd friends accept you for who you are.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the thing about kids. You wanna fit in the crowd that you already accepted you. Stay with them. Why
Mhm.
why are you showing off for people that don't give a fuck about you?
Yeah, man.
And it was the crazy part. The people that you care about, you want to fit. You're not
Mhm.
gonna talk to them ever again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's the saddest shit in life. But you
Yeah,
know what? It's like you never really know like how long life is, and you never really know like when you're young, you just like you have that short period of life. Like you just have that
yeah,
short experience. That's why they like I never really understood it when I was young, but they just say that a kid's opinions is invalid because
yeah,
they don't experience nothing, so they can have a strong belief about something that in like 5 years or even 2 years time it will change because now they gain new perspective. Like one of
yeah.
my friends, I remember we used to be in a Monopoly chat, used
Right.
used to play Monopoly on PlayStation, bro, and we'd be in the group chat just
Oh,
walling, just talking about a bunch of stuff to pass the time we was in Monopoly, and this dude was like crazy ultra religious. Like he is Christian, he is crazy religious.
yeah,
Like I just seen a video got recommended from him to me on YouTube. I don't really talk to him as much. I still consider him my friend, but like I said, sometimes you could be friends with people, but y'all don't talk, and then y'all talk after a while, and then it's just like back to normal, right? So then
yeah.
this dude is just like, man, I'm an atheist now. I was like, oh
Mm.
shit,
Wait,
what
what?
the fuck
Uh,
happened? Because his dad is a pastor, right? So like he's hardcore into it, and then he was explaining the
I
story
could
and
make a
shit.
Christian joke right now, but I don't want to.
Nah, that chill, chill. He,
Okay.
but he was like, yeah, man, they got me to hate people, and I remember in the Monopoly chat, he was wilding. He was like, I hope gay people get chopped up and stuff like that. If you're any other religion besides Christian, you guys are going to hell and this and that. How could you not believe in God? Like he was wilding, bro, and he said it too. He's like, yo, I regret it in the video because it's like, there's a lot of people that they're good people, and because I was so like indoctrinated in that faith and belief, I wouldn't look past that. I would just think like I'm some special gift to the world because I was this religion. Why, and it keeps you closed-minded because it's like you're taught to think a certain way, and you can't see any other perspective, right? So,
Yeah.
and we used to try to break this down to him, but he was younger at the time. Like he was like 17, was probably like 21 or something at the time. It was like a friend of a friend, and then we all just became friends. So then, yeah, he was just not trying to hear none of that. And then it's like as he grew older and he gained more experiences, he was like, you know what? I realized I was wrong. I'm sorry for this, and that. And I was like, wow, he went through a metamorphosis because he gained experience through life.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how it is, honestly.
yeah, that's how it is, man.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on,
yeah.
I'm gonna mute for a little bit. Y'all keep the conversation going.
Actually, I'm gonna go check the mail. I'll be right back.
I
Alright,
bet I'll be here breathing.
man.
Oh yeah, quick question, quick thing.
Huh?
Quick shout out. Tamba, you listening?
No, he's gone.
I'll wait till
Oh
you come.
no, he's here. He just muted himself.
Quick shout out to Bill Burr Monday Morning Podcast. We the Armchair Philosophers Monday Afternoon Podcast.
Yo, there should be a thing now.
You should. You know, it's funny. Me and my other friends. I
Yeah, I always want to do a podcast.
You guys, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, man. You know, I always wanted to do something like this, but then I was like, we pretty much do this shit. We just never record it, so we might as well just see how this one goes.
Talk about. Hopefully, get some traction. You know.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
man.
me and my other friends also do some. You know, podcasts. I'm open for. We all have our own talks and whatever.
Nah, because we be getting crazy philosophical about stuff, and I'll be and after I leave like the call, I'll be like, yo, that was a great ass conversation, man. Why didn't I record it? And even now with only y'all, with like some of my other friends too, like throughout the years, like if I were to recorded all the conversations we had, it would have been like some gems, bro. But you know, at the time you don't think about it because you're enjoying the moment, you know.
Hell yeah. Bill Burr, Billy the Squid. Go fuck yourselves.
Billy the Bird.
That's what he says. Yeah, I'm gonna go check them out. I'll be right back.
Alright, man.
Oh wow, look who came back.
Look who came back.
I heard that he said go F yourselves. That's crazy.
What do you mean? Nah, he's quoting Bill Burr, bro.
Nah, he was quoting himself.
I'm dead. But yeah, man, where you been at, Wixon? What you been up to?
Nah, I had to make me a little smoothie because you know I was
Yeah.
I was hungry and
All that
Yeah,
stuff, man. Yo, I don't know, man. I feel like ghrelin is just too strong for me, man, with the weight loss
Ghrelin?
stuff, bro. Yeah. Oh, you don't know what ghrelin is? All right. Ghrelin
No.
is a hunger hormone that makes you want to eat. So, like, say if you diet too hard, that hormone would be the hormone to be like just give you the craziest food cravings for shit you don't even normally fucking eat, but you just want to eat it. Like you pass by fucking potato chips, you don't want one potato chip, you want 20 potato
I
chips.
want all the potato chips.
Right, that's the hunger hormone. So it's like if you go to like a certain level of like, you know, like say you're losing weight all the time, because it's just about like how fast you do it. So it's like, say if you get to a certain amount of weight, that's when the shit just starts ramping up and it's just telling you to eat. So it's like, and that's why people have this theory. It's like a set point theory that you can only be like a certain amount of weight unless you have iron willpower to just have those fucking impulses and just break through anyways, which is hard because it's like something you need to survive is food. So when it's time to eat, you're gonna fucking eat what your body's telling you to eat. Unless you can ignore it, but it's hard. So for me, you know, I did good. You know, I got from 220 to 185 and stuff like that. But it's hard, man, because I got to 185, but it's like my body does not want to go past lower than 185. Like my lowest throughout this whole journey right now is 183, right? And bro, ghrelin was hitting hard, got me all the way up to like 193, bro. Then I went back down to 180 fucking 5, got me back up to 190. And then I went down to 185 again, and now what I told you with the Korean chicken, man, I'm at 188, bro, and I'm tight, man.
What the fuck? You gained 3 pounds yesterday?
Bro, yeah, it's easy. It's easy, man. But then again, you gotta count. It's not a true 3 pounds because water weight.
All right.
Yeah, because you hold 3 grams of carbs for every, I mean 3 grams of water for every gram of carb. So yeah. Oh, it's hard, man. I'm just trying to get down to 175 because when I was 175 in high school, man, I had the fucking hard fucking abs, ripped as hell, I'm pretty good now. I still got my abs, but it's like, my abs are soft, bro. My abs are soft.
Yeah.
All fast abs, Nick me stuff.
Like I still look great, but it's just.
At least you got abs though. Like,
yeah, I got abs. I got the veins on my arms and my biceps and stuff. But I don't know. I want my abs to be hard. I want to be able to eat fucking cheeseburgers and fries, and my abs are still hard. That's how it was when I was in high school.
You can't do that.
Nah, bro. That's what I did when I was in high school, bro. I'm telling you.
Unless you're training like a Saiyan, you can't do that.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Nah, man. In this 2 months, I lost 15 pounds.
Nice.
Ooh, that's
Nah, it's good.
You did it rapidly, man.
I gained like 20 pounds.
Bro, what are you doing? Wait, Vitaly, how much you weigh? And what's your height?
I am 5'8". I'm gonna tell you how much.
You can't
How
be
old
short
are you?
and fat, brother. That's
How
two
old are you?
struggles. No, I'm
20
kidding.
You have any kids?
25.
You have 2 kids, huh? Well,
I'm 198.
Mm-hmm.
and what size do you wear? What size do you wear? What size pants?
My size, motherfucker.
What size pants do you wear? Oh, you cannot be 193 and wear a size 10. It's wear a size 4.
Wait, what? That's
I'm
woman's
making,
size.
I'm making Kevin Samuels.
Wait, Zach, how tall are you? Hold
How
on.
tall are you?
No, because he said I went from like 135 to 167. This man gained mad weight in 3
That's
months, bro.
That's broken.
I mean,
That
COVID,
is
COVID.
broken. Nah,
Dude,
bro.
when I
Oh, you
had
know, I
COVID-
used COVID to fucking get in shape, bro. That was my motivation.
Bro, when I got COVID, I lost a good amount of weight of weight. Yeah, like I actually stretched out my pants and I felt so much room. I was like, "What the fuck?" In 2 weeks, I lost this much pounds.
He said, "What are we eating to gain this much weight?" You come to New York, you'll understand, bro. New York got everything, man. All the good food. So it's like,
You got chalupas, steaks,
bro,
You got
spaghetti,
Mexican food,
pasta,
halal food,
halal food, Chinese food,
Korean barbecue,
yo,
Korean
Chinese food.
barbecue,
hamburgers.
Just
the
go to
main
Brooklyn,
culprit.
Queens.
pizza,
Go
bro.
across the street, you're gonna see a Chinese restaurant. I guarantee you. Across the
Anywhere,
street,
bro.
boom, right there.
Anywhere. Chinese
You got
restaurant, a
delis,
burger joint, a pizza store. Come on, man.
bodegas.
Where's Zach from? Where's Zach from?
Zach's from Texas. He's like one of my good old friends from the Black Ops one day. Yes, sir.
Texas.
Howdy, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, bro. I always reference to him the SpongeBob episode when fucking Sandy when SpongeBob was making fun of Sandy. Bruh, that was the funniest episode. This man said, "Well, how day?" He had his buck tooth out with the cowboy hat.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. She beat they fucking ass though. She was not
Like
playing.
What did you
Yeah.
say about Texas?
Yeah.
Oh, should I start running?
Facts. Nah.
Who you
Cartoons
calling?
back in the days, man. I feel like now kids don't have the same cartoons we have. You know what? And I also realize what I'm saying is literally what the people of like the adults of my when I was young, that's what they were saying. They were saying our cartoons were trash. But I really feel like their cartoons is trash right now.
Nah, they're yeah, right now. So I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day, they have some good cartoons. Like I definitely watched the Flintstones.
I did watch the
Bugs Bunny,
Flintstones. Me
and
too.
I definitely watched.
Yo, guys, I have a real question.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
What
Armchair
was that?
philosopher.
Yeah, what was that one event that changed your life forever? Like it had to like reshape you into a different person. Like you wouldn't be the person you were back then.
Oh, I can't say that.
Ooh.
Here.
That's a hard answer to the question.
They gotta pay for
That's
that.
a hard question to answer.
What?
That's on my Discord. That's on my Patreon. So I mean,
I'm dead. I'm thinking you serious, bro. Yeah. I mean, you go first since you asking the questions, Edwin. You lead.
I had a lot of experience, honestly. It's
So
like,
what was the biggest one, bro?
I guess I have to say, it's the one in high school. It's like, I guess I realized that I wasn't that good at academics. Like, sure, I'm smart and shit. But, like back then, no. But trust me. Like, if I were to show you my grades, I had like a 65 in chemistry, a 70 in geometry. The only thing that got me through all this was just the vocational classes, with a 95 plus.
Oh, damn.
So honestly, it's like I didn't give a shit about freshman year. Freshman year is like if you met me, you'd be like, that. There's no way that's Edwin.
Damn.
I was late to geometry for 5
What a
semesters.
criminal.
For 5, no. When I'm talking late, I'm talking about 15 minutes left. Yeah, 5 marking periods, same shit.
What the hell?
For
How do you got
5 marking periods.
There's only 4.
They're not. In high school, it's 6.
Wait,
What? Nani?
Yeah.
What are you? What school you went to?
Quarter, third quarter,
Aviation.
fourth quarter.
It was
There's only
one.
4 quarters.
No, in middle school it was 1, 2, 3, 4. In high school it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
For every school I went to, there was always 4
Same.
Wait, for what?
quarters. Like
Yo,
when you get your report card and shit like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mine's
so you
was
don't get your report card 6 times. You only get it 4 times.
I got it 6 times.
Yeah.
Dang. That means he had time for recovery, fellas.
Yeah, so like freshman year, I was not at geometry for like 15. I mean, for only 15 minutes of the class remaining out of 45. So I would show up 30 minutes late because I just gave up on geometry. It's like they put me in honors geometry. I did not want to do the work at all. I was just like, fuck that, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
And then honestly, it's like, I don't know how, but I still got a 65 on all my tests, and that was just basically the bare minimum of passing that class. So that's one of them. And then after that, it's like, I don't know what changed me to get on this academic path that I went to. Because like honestly, it's like I was a C+ student in freshman year of high school.
Wow.
And I guess like starting the next year is like when I realized that there's a lot of opportunity available, like for people who are smart. I was like, fuck it, I'm a step up. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah.
And honestly, like it started. It's like honestly, it was just that at the time I still knew Cindy, so I was like, and I was like you know what? I was like, let's see if she likes smart nibbles. So I started to like, it's like because I wasn't really that bright student in middle school at all. So I was like, I tried it in high school. It's like honestly, it's like she just made me want to be a better me. So
human being.
I started, yeah. So I started trying hard.
This guy
I started
with
trying
him.
very hard.
He said she changed me. She changed
Well,
me. She
that's
made me
good.
be a
Listen,
better
you
man.
got any life turning point stories or Vitali?
Mr. Feefer, man?
I can't really think of none at the moment. I don't have nothing that traumatized.
I mean, listen.
Go ahead if you got one, Winston.
No. I'm saying traumatized. That's a whole different story.
Like life.
Like something that changed you. You know, like a biggest event in your life that changed you, and like if that never happened in your life, you would have never been the same person.
Let me tell you something. When I was in college, and I saw that guy to the right of me busting out these tests, and I'm playing.
Oh, I'm thinking you're serious. I'm like, yo, where is this guy going with this story?
I'm pretty sure you could assume where he's gonna go.
Yeah.
But
anyways. All right,
yeah,
Zach, see you,
go
man.
ahead,
You know what I'll say? You know what I'll say?
What?
Goes back to some friends.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
When you always the one looking out for.
Let's get deep.
You thing is, me growing up, I always wanted to help.
Uh-huh.
I generally want to help people, but you can't help everyone.
Right.
You can't save everybody.
Right.
You know, it goes back to, and then it's like now. But I know that I gotta be careful. But even then, like, I think no, not even then. But it's like I know who my friends are because of bad friends I had.
Yeah.
I got burnt. Shit like
Also
that,
true.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that was something I was gonna say too. Yeah.
Now I'm like, don't ask me for nothing. don't you know what I mean? Don't bother me for shit.
Yeah.
Cause like that shit had a mental. I had a bit of a mental breakdown from it. It's like
Same.
they're not doing. I helped them out, but they're not helping me out. You know what I mean? Like I lent them money, but they're not paying me back. Like that shit fucks with you. You know what I mean?
No, it does. Yeah.
And you're always the one helping someone out. There's only so much you can do. Yeah, it's good to help people. Yeah, it's good to be kind, but people see that as weakness. They're gonna keep coming to you as a
yeah, man.
as that helping hand, and it still gets to me to this day. You know what I mean? That's why, like I was telling you guys the other day, the problem I had with the thing I have about someone that's close to me. You know what I mean? I'm getting tired of helping that person out.
Yeah.
Even though they doing. They're trying their best to do what's right to me, but at the same time, it's more of I'm the one that's being the savior.
Right.
I feel like I'm the one that's helping them out so much, right? And they're helping me.
Yeah.
Now, I don't go to them because I don't need that help. But it's like, but it gets to a point. It's like, enough's enough. I'm getting tired. I'm not gonna keep doing this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I would say, as a result, I become more colder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was my thing. Like
Yeah,
Edwin asked me for a life changing event. Yeah, it's like,
yeah,
I'm not.
I had a situation with my friend, and
yeah,
he fucked me over, and then after that, like I just became like like Vitaly said, I had like a mental breakdown about that, because for me, like I said, I always had a group of friends, but then after that, I
yeah,
didn't want to have no friends in my vicinity for a while. Like for a while, I didn't want to be
yeah,
around anybody, and then it's like I became colder because of that. So
yeah,
in a way, it helped me because it's like it like the people, like if it's like the person closest to you that does that to you, then it's like because like I said, I
yeah,
feel like friends are like, since you choose them,
yeah,
like they hold a higher place than your actual family, because you can't choose your family, you can choose your friends.
yeah,
Even if you have a great
yeah,
family, you just you know what I mean.
yeah,
Like these are the people you hand select that are supposed to be like your brothers, but and then that happens, so it's like you got to reevaluate things, and then you can't be as
yeah,
trusting, because before it didn't matter who it was, I just trusted everybody for their word. They could be
yeah,
capping to my face, but I'll be like, all right, maybe it did happen. I don't know how it happened. It seemed like far fetched for it to happen, but maybe it did happen. I wasn't there, and I'll
yeah.
just take people for face value. But then after
And
that,
the thing
I'm
is,
like that. I'm
it
like that
changed
too.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
the thing is,
changed me.
I'm still trying to learn from this. I haven't fully,
Healed from it,
like,
right? Yeah.
yeah, like I'm still not even a healed. It's just that I
Hmm.
haven't fully learned from it because I'm still so
Trusting?
trusting.
Nah,
Yeah,
not me. You
like,
saw me. But I went in on
yeah,
I went in on those guys for you know what happened. I'm not gonna say here, but you know what happened. I told you about it. I went in on them because it's like I'm not gonna get taken advantage of no more. That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
not
I'm
that's
still
just not
trying to because my
happening.
thing is
Yeah.
I don't like confrontation. I don't want to be confrontational.
Me neither.
Nah, I mean,
I'm not a tough
yeah,
guy. I'm not a tough guy.
I try to avoid
You know,
conflict as much as I can,
I'm
but
not,
then
yeah.
there's like me, I
There's
have a
times
shorter
you gotta,
string now. Before I had like
there's,
a longer string for conflict, like avoiding
yeah.
conflict, but now it's like a shorter string. Like
There are
if
times when you gotta put your foot down, but
yeah,
there also times,
because like you
but then there's
said,
times you know what? There's
yeah.
times when you know what you're not gonna get through that person, so why even bother?
Yeah, because like
That's
you
a
said,
fact.
people look at kindness as weakness. So sometimes
Yeah,
being too nice, man,
and you know the thing is,
is like a detriment.
I feel like if you try to stand up to somebody, right?
Mhm.
They might try to downplay it. They might try to,
Oh, of
you
course,
know,
of course. It's not that bad.
they're
It's
gonna
really
make
not
it
that
seem like
serious.
they're the victim. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Yeah, like
Hate
why
that
you
shit.
acting
and
like
they
this
might
all of
make
a
it seem like
sudden,
they're the
Hate
bad
that
guy.
shit, man.
Like
right?
let me ask you guys, and let me ask the guys in the chat, the ones that's listening.
Mhm.
So I have a friend, right? He owes me money, still owes me money to this day, right? I don't really bother him too much.
Mhm.
I don't really associate with him too much.
Mhm.
And then he's like, at one point he's like, "Oh, you don't fuck with me no more." This and that. I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, and I'm like, before I used to be, "Fuck
Wait.
you talking about?" But then I realized, I don't f- him because of the shit that he does. You know
Yeah,
what I
there's
mean?
some people you just gotta let them
Yeah,
go. I realize that in
yeah,
life. You can't just
yeah,
like you want like cause like me, I'm a
yeah.
guy
I'm
of
like,
strong bonds. I don't like to just throw
yeah,
away friendships and
and then
then
I'm
That's
like,
a fact.
I'm like, what the fuck
yeah.
he talking about? And then I'm like, you know what? He's right. Why the fuck should I be fucking with you?
Yeah, you
You
just
talk
gotta
that
realize
shit.
that.
You
Yeah.
owe me money, all
Mhm.
because like maybe I don't hit you up as much.
Yeah,
You know what I
because of
mean?
what you've been doing. That's why.
When you promise, when you do, the thing is, I've looked out for this guy a couple of times. I've looked out more than I should have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even then, like I lent my shit to him. I never got it back the way it was.
Mhm.
Come on, don't talk shit when you know that I've looked
You're
out for you.
not
You know
that
me. Yeah,
great of a
listen, I'm
friend.
not
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, I don't hit you up. That's my flaw. That's one of my flaws as who I am. I don't hit people up because like I don't really have a reason to sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm kind of a recluse in a way. That's something I
Yeah.
need to work
You're
on.
introverted.
It's like
Everybody got their own
don't
thing.
talk shit. Don't talk shit when you owe me money and I've done shit for you. You know
Yeah.
what
But
I
yeah.
mean?
Anyways, my second thing, my second life-changing experience besides that, where it's like I had to become colder because,
Yeah,
like, trying to be too trusting and stuff with people is
yeah,
like one of the things my teacher told me about, like looking at things from other people's perspective, because at first, when you're young, like I don't know, the way the world makes it to you, since the world is kind of pampering if you come
yeah,
from like a decent household. I won't say great, because everybody got their own things, but if you come from a decent household, then it'll be like they make it seem like the world revolves around you. You know, your parents, your family
Yeah.
members. They're always trying to, look out for you. So you think, oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, everything's supposed to go this way, and this way. But like, I started realizing that, yeah, I never really looked at other people's perspective. So maybe throughout that whole time I was being selfish, and I never like thought of like, oh, how would this person feel if I did this, or how would this person, look at things from, like the way I'm saying it, like how would they feel if I'm talking to them in a certain way. So now anytime I have an interaction with somebody, like I put that in my mind. So I feel like I'm more respectful in that way of people. And it's like, if I never had that, maybe I would have just grown up to be a dick, because I never really thought of
Yeah.
stuff from other people's perspective.
Right.
Yeah. Which is good, because she taught me that in 5th grade. So I don't know what kind of person I would have been, like, growing up the same mentality that I had before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Yes.
say a life changing moment for me would have been, I don't know exactly when this time happened, but it was a point to where a point in my life I was always empathizing with people, but
Oof.
that's the thing, like I've always empathized and I would never really, they you try to relate to somebody as much as you can,
You're right.
and then they use their whatever they're going through as a, well, nobody understands me, nobody understands what I'm going through.
Right.
But then they use that same narrative to like be toxic against you, and they use that like a as a way to hold you back, and a way to like
Yeah.
how like
Keep
you to do
using
things
you.
for them,
Yeah,
to
keep
keep you there
using
and
you.
make you doing shit for them.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. And until one of my friends actually fucked me over. Well, not my friend anymore. I can't say that.
Right.
But yeah, like he like completely fucked me over, because I was like, well, maybe like, because I always give him the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe it's just not his day. Maybe maybe some shit just happened.
Right.
Or
Just
maybe,
maybe, right? You just keep
like
saying just
because
maybe.
how I have a history with you, like that couldn't have happened. And
Yeah,
then like
man. It's
you
the
really, and then
strong
you
bond. That's what it is,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing is, the people who and that's the thing about friendship, is like people who are willing to throw that shit away are the most dangerous people.
Yeah, they are the most dangerous people, because then I feel like they don't look at you as human if they're really ready to throw away a relationship like that. Cause like, I feel like this. I feel like friends fight and then they make up. That's just the
Yeah.
thing of friends. You cannot have a friendship where there hasn't been any conflict between you. There's people I know
No.
my whole life, I had conflicts with, and we haven't talked for a long time, but then we got back and we talk, and as if everything's normal, because that's how friendship
Yeah.
work. Maybe there might be a time where one of us, we get into a conflict, with each other,
Yeah.
and we'd be like, man, fuck that guy. I'm not talking to him. And then, something happens, and then we're like, all right, yeah, we're being fucking dumb. And then, we start
Yeah.
talking again. That shit can happen. That shit can
It
happen.
can. No, it
But
definitely
for
can
somebody to
happen.
just
Yeah.
throw it away and be like, nah, man, that was it. I stand by where it was. I don't even care about you. That's kind of fucked.
No, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very fucked. Like
Yeah. Mhm.
I could also give you time with my friend, like
Mhm.
me and my old girl that I was dating at the time. She was like my high school sweetheart,
Right.
and then so pretty much, long story short, I was vetting to him, she was vetting to him, because I knew this man for like at least 8 years, 8 to 5 years, so
Right.
around that time,
Long bonds, bro.
long time. I mean, like we used to play Yu-Gi-Oh together. I used to go
Yeah.
to his house, and
Mhm.
we used to be chilling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Then like I find out he was trying to smash my girl. He was,
Oh,
she exposed
God.
him, and she exposed him. And
Yeah.
then like the crazy thing about it was like, we met up. We all met up at a certain location, because I was trying to see her and everything, and I had a new girlfriend at that time, so it was all pretty fucked up. But at the end of the day, he was my friend, and he went with my my ex girl to this specific spot. We all
Mhm.
went there, like confirm the like to like talk about the whole thing that me and her having,
Mhm.
and then he showed up and then laughed in my face, and I'm like,
Wow,
oh,
he didn't
word?
even care.
He didn't even care. He just laughed in my face, and I'm like going
Yeah.
through like some like serious
Something like
turmoil.
that
I had a
similar happened to me.
yeah, and I'm just like, wow, like, and then after that happened, the next day she exposed him and everything, and then he was like, because this is in City Tech, by the way, so
Mhm.
he sees me in City Tech in the back of the cafeteria. He's like, yo, we need to talk. I might have something to talk about.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
I stopped. I don't fuck. And after that day, I blocked him and everything, deleted him and everything. That was it. I was like, yo, that's fucked up. Like,
No, yeah, it is.
I'm venting to you about my relationship problems, and then you're using that against me to get with my girl.
Yeah, that's stupid.
You
That
know,
is.
that's one thing I
what?
want to add.
Crazy,
What's
bro.
that?
Like,
You know,
I knew you for 8 years, 8 years. I would never do any of my homies like that. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked
You
up.
know what I want to add real quick?
That's fucked up.
You know, it's like back to my story, right? I feel like everybody is the hero. You know what I mean? That's another
Yeah.
thing. We might see ourselves the hero of our story.
Mhm.
What about the other person's story? We might be seen as the victim. Maybe there's something we did.
You mean the villain?
Oh, yeah, the villain. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or they're the victim of this. I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, I'm the victim.
I
So, like,
I
we gotta,
agree. I agree. I
yeah.
agree.
Sometimes we do gotta hear the other person, but generally, like on my behalf, I genuinely believe I never did nothing wrong to that person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe I didn't hit them up enough,
Nah,
but it's
me.
like
I know
don't
how
know.
I
maybe,
am. I know
maybe
how
I
I am.
didn't. Maybe.
Mhm.
But it's like, you know, you the one that, you know, this dude, like I said, owes me money. Say he'll pay me back, but then I see him flexing on the ground. So it's like I see your priorities. You know, you care more about yourself. You know what I mean? Than what I did for you.
Yeah,
And
man.
Not
like
even that.
also,
He cares more about fucking
yeah,
showing off more than he cares
yeah.
about handling
Well, I don't care.
business.
If they want to
Yeah.
show up, they want to show up.
No, I'm saying he can show off, but like, how you gonna show up with my money? That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
And then like, you know, I'd like,
It's all about perspective. That's what it is. Like, at the end of the day.
like, you know, but me, like, you know, what have you really done for me? You know,
Uh huh.
that's the way I see it.
No, I
But
agree with the whole
like I said, if
hero
I
of the
ever have a
story.
conversation with this person, I want to be like, yo, like what did I ever do to you? I want to know because why you feel like you got something against me when really you're the fucking asshole. Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, and even as even some other friends of mine,
Mhm.
even he owes them money. So it's like I know it's not me; it must be them.
Yeah.
Just imagine, Natalia. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I remember. I was
give
talking.
no
I
one.
remember I was chilling with my homegirls, and I brought up the topic of why I don't lend people money, and you know I'm talking about one experience. She asks if it's that person. I was like, no, when it really was. It's crazy how she called out that one person. The reason why I said no is because I wanted to keep that business between me and that person. I didn't want to tell it to someone else, especially
Yeah.
when they know each other, you know. But it's crazy how she mentioned that person's name. She was right, but I told her no because I want to
Keep it
protect
private.
the business.
the
Yeah, I want
thing
to keep
is,
it
the
private.
thing is, you probably had the same experience yourself.
Yeah,
and
she probably most likely did, and I know
connect with you, and that's what it
I
was.
know even one of my good friends has the same experience with him. You know, and it's like wow, like you know what I mean. So I know it's not just me. You know, I know it's not just me. That means, yeah, maybe I've done something completely perfect, but at the same time, it's like, hey, like you know, if he's doing this to other people, that means I'm right. That means I'm the hero. I'm the victim, and I'm the hero of my story. But with this person, I'm probably still the villain in his story or whatever.
Yeah, but it's just
Yeah.
like
It's not his needs.
I
It's
feel
not
like it's always like a double-sided hero story
Yeah.
thingy. That's
We
why
do gotta
me
hear
I
all-
try
yeah.
I try like if I have a conflict with someone, I know how I am. I'll blow up, I'll be mad, but then I'll go back to him the next time and be like, yo man, like. So like, why did you do what you did? And I try to hear what they did. Like, even though like if me saying that, it's like me wording it as if they did something wrong. Yes, because I still feel like in my perspective, I was like, but like since my teacher told me about the whole looking at things from people's perspective, that's why I have to ask the question to hear them out. You know, I have to hear them out before I
we should hear
decide
out.
if I'm not
Yeah.
gonna hang out with them again or
Yeah.
whatever like that. You know.
Man, I hear you now, but like for me,
Yeah.
there is no explanation why you should be talking to somebody.
Yeah, for
I
you,
was
yeah, for
like,
you,
nah,
yeah.
bro, you
He's
understand,
trying to
but, like,
fuck your girl,
she
yeah.
was
That's
the
a
only
different
one giving
story.
me play, and I was
Wait,
lonely.
who's trying to fuck his
and
girl?
It's one of his
it's been a long
former
time.
friends.
Winston?
Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago, bro. Long
Mhm.
time ago.
So,
I
you
know
know,
this
I
man.
feel like-
Yo, that's crazy, man. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's my idea. Like I truly feel I'm the victim, but you know what? I'm not gonna be victim.
Hmm.
Why am I losing sleep over this person? 'Cause they're doing
Right,
dirty.
right,
You know,
yeah.
I'm not gonna spend my money because they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
So why am I'm realizing that I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe I don't have to, you know, but you know, what? I'm not gonna wish ill will on them. That's one thing. I don't want nothing bad to happen to them.
Mhm.
You know, but you know, it's whatever. Just leave me alone. I'll leave you. Don't bother me. I don't bother you. Like I don't wish nothing bad. Like you know, listen, good. I don't wish nothing bad happen. Things good happen to you, cool. But you know, I just don't fuck you because I see for who you are.
Nah,
Yeah.
but tell, I can't say I wish good upon him because he's like, hey, I just got another $2 grand from somebody else. Fuck that. I'm about to break up with this dude now. tag out. He leaves it and goes to
No,
the
but I
next
don't,
round.
I'm saying is I don't wish no ill will.
No, I
But at
get
the same time,
I
at the
get
same
you.
time,
I'm
I don't care. No, it's
I'm
like,
the same.
it's like this. I don't wish no ill for you, but at the same time, I don't care. It's like I
Mhm.
remember. I don't know if y'all saw Batman Begins. I remember. I think it was Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul's Scarecrow at the end. This might
Mhm.
be a spoiler for anybody. So, then again, that movie
Jump
came out.
without the rope. Jump without the rope.
So basically, I think Ra's al Ghul, I forgot who it was in the train. Basically, Batman says, "I'm not gonna kill you, but I don't have to save you."
Yeah.
You know, you get that? Like,
Yeah.
Batman doesn't want to kill nobody, but that doesn't mean not to. You're not
Yeah.
worth. You're not worth. You're not
It's
worth.
like
That's
a
kind of like
certain.
with Breaking Bad
I,
with Jesse, where he slid the gun
I
to
was gonna
Walter.
say. I was gonna say it's kind of
Never
like
saw Breaking
when
Bad.
you're
Damn.
when you're in class and you can save somebody's life with a green, but you're like, I'm not.
That's what
I'm
Edwin
not gonna
does,
help
bro.
you.
That's
Wait,
what
I'm
what?
gonna help
Edwin
you.
does.
I'm also not
Oh,
gonna save you.
like when he said when you could save somebody in the class in City
The
Tech,
class,
but then you don't.
you
Don't
know.
say the name, but you
I'm
you
not
know who
saying
we
name,
talking
yeah, but
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could save them, but you're like, it's not worth saving you,
it's
man.
not my. It's not my.
It's like
my
this.
responsibility.
Well, you like I mentioned earlier,
Hmm.
you saving everybody, but who's there to save you? And one
Right.
of my old coworkers, I used to tell him, "Yo, I look up friends." He's like, and he was right. I should have listened, but instead, I wanted to believe in others. You know, I
No, it's
wanted to give them
because you're
benefit of
trying
the
to
doubt.
be nice, man. You're trying
Trust
to
me, I
be
want to
nice.
believe in others.
Yeah,
That's
you
what it
want to
is.
be nice. You try
You
to be
you
nice.
watch you watching all these shows, power of friendship, stuff like that. You thinking
It
it's
don't work
real,
like that. It
man.
doesn't work like that because
But
you're gonna end up.
Yeah.
just like a lot of us, just like how we believe in the power of friendship, but there's a certain character for the people who believe otherwise, and that character
Yeah.
is in the show too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Those
just
snake
like All
characters,
Might,
those are Orochimarus,
exactly,
bro.
there is a Orochimaru, yeah, and people resonate with that shit.
Yeah,
They're like,
man.
yeah, I can't wait to do this nigga dirty. Oh fuck yeah, I'm ready. I know just how to do it too, because Orochimaru showed me how. And everybody's
I'm
like,
dead.
oh, the power of friendship. We're gonna do so many good things together, guys. With all our help, we can do anything. Yeah, you
Right.
got the Orochimaru niggas
You
ready.
got the
Ready to pull up,
Orochimarus,
fucking
yeah,
up.
slithering in the background.
They're in the
So,
background, man. They watch anime too, my guy.
Watch
Where they
anime
get
too.
their methods from?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Nah,
Yeah,
it's just sad,
man.
man. Because you know, like humans are they get born and they're trusting. They're trusting by nature. You look at kids like for example for racism, they're not looking at the color of people's skins. They're all playing together. But then it's taught to them by somebody else. Somebody has to do something to teach them that. Whether it's their parents, their environment, their family. But a lot of these concepts of being like selfish and you know all this it's not like inherent in human nature. It's like an event happens to make people like that.
Learn.
Yes,
Or
learned
they came up
behavior.
with.
It's learned
Yeah.
behavior. That's what I was
Or
trying to say.
experience trauma. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah,
I didn't
unfortunately.
eat cookies either.
You know, that's just
Yeah.
how it is.
So should we call it here with this Orange Cheer podcast? It's pretty fun. It's 2 hours and 36 minutes in.
I love it.
Yeah,
You know?
man. It's
Yeah.
fun. Thanks to everybody who came out, supported, This was
Hopefully,
fun.
we'll see you on the next one. I
Hopefully.
would love to see that.
Hopefully.
You know, does that? Yeah. Nah, we'll make it happen. Let's not say hopefully. Let's make it happen.
Alright, let's make it happen for real.
Make it
Alright.
happen.